Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Once Upon a Tavern. We have all screens. When's the last time this happened? Oh my
been a while.
Lord. Oh my
like Island
God.
of Isle of Dread, I want to say.
There's so
We
many.
can do a full Brady Bunch now.
Prior to the insurrection.
Wow.
Wait, where am I? I'm here.
We're going to get started in just a minute.
So we have all of our players
Damn it,
for a
I'm
trial
weird.
episode with a lot of RPing and talking. Good, great, yeah,
Yes.
good. That's great to have that many voices.
Yeah.
No, we just only need one. We just have one defense.
Me?
The defense rests.
I'm
All
back. I'm okay
right.
with that. I am okay with
So,
that.
we're going to get started in just a minute, but just going through the quick things we got to go through. First of all, if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I want to keep watching, that's okay. All of our episodes go up on YouTube at bit.ly/onceuponatavern the following Tuesday, and you can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts the following Sunday. Subscribe to us. Check us out. You can click up there for your Twitch Prime subscription. If you don't have Twitch Prime subscription, you can use just an Amazon Prime subscription. It's like $5 a month or more if you feel generous. If you don't want to support Jeff Bezos' trip to the moon, you can go over to patreon.com/onceuponatavern and support us there. We have all sorts of tiers. We have a Discord, just no one's in it, so whatever. And that's it. That's it, I guess. Just went through it really quickly because we need all the time we can get today, as Mike pointed out. So, without any further ado, let's Brady Bunch into tonight's episode of Once Upon a Tavern. And welcome back.
Now I'm really hungry for waffles.
Okay. We had some people turn their cameras off. I'm sure they'll be back eventually.
Our commitment to the bit is...
Let's go ahead and jump into this. Where we last left the party, you all went ahead and finished your fight against Kingsford Songsword, the bard of the Songsword family and cousin to Ophelia. You were able to fight him into a surrender and captured him, tied him up, and gagged him, kind of taking all the precautions you can to make sure this dude would not fuck with you. But still, you needed to be sure about his connection to the quarry after seemingly working with them. Despite Ophelia's warnings, you began questioning him, and as he spoke, he whispered a phrase to Ophelia, which is sort of an activation phrase for her, using one of his bardic abilities, and charmed her into protecting him. She did so by using the God Cord against all of you, freezing you in place, everyone except Demetrius, who proceeded to fight against her and try and stop her from what whatever spell she seemed to be under. Unfortunately, Ophelia got to Kingsford and ripped his gag off. But Demetrius was able to have his planar ally smack her away before Kingsford cast Teleport, a solely verbal command spell, escaping from the situation once again. All of you a little disappointed, a little upset, a little angry, kind of took the rest of the evening as Lysander jumped into this unfortunately opportune moment for him and began to order his people to get the people, make sure to get the people who were hurt, medical help, get everyone fed, kind of start showing that they're here to help and take control in that way. While they all did that, you all separated a little bit. Aldous had a nice little heart-to-heart with Ophelia, and Demetrius had a little conversation with Varus, right? Yes. While Demetrius and Varus spoke, they noticed 8 red eyes peeking out at them from the dark alley as the sun continued to set, and they met a Circle of the Spiders druid, a Sverfneblin, who is part spider, named Grieger. Says he is the right-hand man of Canarax, the queen of the Unseelie Fae. He claims he was there because Cynwrig Treeskin needed all of your help, and you learned that he had been in the Feywild for 3 years, awaiting his trial. Along the way, you all kind of recovered from the night, rested, and in the morning left a sleeping and hungover Ophelia to plane shift over to the Feywild to help your friend Cynwrig. There you entered the Sinfrenial Wood with Grieger and made your way to the Hidden's Amphitheater underneath a massive oak tree. The size bigger than any building or palace you have ever seen. Grieger laid the smackdown upon these older furbolg that seemed to be in charge with a note that seemed to be from some Fey woman demanding that Cynwrig be offered a fair trial. You all were led down deep within the roots of this tree and found Cynwrig imprisoned. You learned that a trial was going to commence here fairly soon, and that you all needed to prepare for it, as Cynwrig is being charged with 2 crimes: treason against the Symphos clan, the Symphos tribe, and improper disposal of bodies. With that, Grieger ordered the guard out of the room and left you all alone to discuss things. Oh, and Zook came back earlier. Zook came back. My apologies. That was a big thing. A lot happened last session. So, I just talked a lot. Los Caballeros, here you are within this dungeon underneath the tree with Cynwrig, now free. And all of you together and mentally present. For the first time in a long time, what do we want to do?
Well, it is a surprise to see you all here after such a long time, but hopefully we can find our way out of yet another mess, so to speak. Yes.
Cynwrig, it was not 3 years for us. It was mere days, and believe us, if we could have found a way to get to you sooner, we would have.
Oh, I understand. I am not upset with any of you. I understand how time works here. But that being said, it has still been quite a long time.
So, in that amount of time, you've come up with your defense, right?
Well, no. This is very different than how most trials work for the Firbolg, for the Symphos tribe. It takes the Hin, the elders, many years to decide on a verdict usually, and there is not much of a trial. So I don't know what is going to happen, to be honest.
What are you relegated to doing while they're making their verdict? Have you just been sitting in a cell this whole time, or?
Sadly, yes. Mostly been here.
Did you get like super pumped while you were in jail?
You remember when you walked in, he was wrapped up in these trees and branches and roots. If anything, he actually looks a little bit
Emaciated?
a little bit emaciated, yeah.
Not really, no. What ended up happening in Empire's Crossing, though? It has been such a long time for me.
Well, we prepared as best we could for the Winter's End festival. We collaborated with Ophelia to, out of character. We were with us until after Dar Ariel, correct?
Yeah,
It was-
I got taken right when we got back from Dariel.
Okay, that's what I thought. And with Ophelia, we confronted Kingsford. Though he was alerted and ready for us, he even summoned Iba Farshan with his luck blade to try and stop us, but we were able to have him wish it away using the God Cord. But in the end, he was able to elude us and escaped. And then the Winter's End festival, all was going according to plan until multiple people in the crowd attacked with the help of Harry Scorn. We were able to stop him and his followers, but it was all Kingsford's doing. He snuck back into the city and was able to control several people, including Quarry, it seems. And even though we vanquished the Quarry and captured him again, he is quite clever and was able to escape again.
Wow. So quite a lot happened then, huh? Well,
Yes.
interesting.
Not 3 years worth of events.
No.
But certainly, it's been an eventful few days here.
More eventful than my 3 years, for sure. Well, did Krieger say any more about what you all would be needed for here?
I am still here. Hello.
Oh, I thought he left. Sorry.
I did not want to interrupt such a very happy moment. This is not him. This is more him. Okay. Hello.
What will they all be needed for? Why is Titania so interested in this case?
I do not work for Titania, so I'm not entirely sure. Though Canarax and she do have an understanding. We aren't very friendly with each other. Situations where we come out together in such fashion are very few and far between. So, what Titania wants? Difficult to say. Thus, we do know that it is specific to you she is interested.
And what of my companions here?
What of them?
Why bring them here? What for? What do the Hin need them for, I suppose?
Well, in the event of a verbal trial, in the event of any sort of discussion, usually, as you know, a clan should at least have a say in the crime of the person in the clan. Unfortunately, you do not have clan. So, Titania argued that since you were traveling with these people, they are close enough.
Okay. Is there anything we should do in preparation?
Well, I suppose there are a few things.
No. There's nothing we should do because I asked. There is nothing to do.
I just meant that you could maybe think about what you're going to say in his defense. You will be asked questions, I assume. The Hin, as you know, Treeskin, the Hin tend to be a bit straightforward, a bit basic, a bit boring. Whereas my queen will very likely not say very much. She does not like these events and would rather not be seen in the light of day. Titania has a direct interest in things. Her mind does not work in the way that yours works. Nor the Hin.
Probably because of her upbringing.
Did you say that the Treeskins are boring?
No, the Hin are boring. The Treeskins are dead. But
oh, right. Yeah, of course. Thanks to this guy.
whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Was that too soon? Sorry.
Jesus, Dozer.
I'm sorry. Wow, that's a lot coming from Zook. No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say surprise, but never mind.
Her questions will likely be a little bit less based on what happened and how it happened and why happened, and more or what and how, and more why and when.
What do you mean, what happened?
Well, we know what he is being accused of. We want to be detailed. They will probably want the details in what exactly happened and how Cynwrig here may be responsible.
They're gonna ask us?
Oh no. That will be mostly for him.
Oh, I was like, I won't know.
But they will ask you if it sounds like he has been irresponsible to you. Has he gotten you into trouble? Has he startled you after dropping things? These are all questions that would be asked.
What was that third one?
Has he startled you after dropping things?
I thought that was what you said. This is gonna be fun.
It is a common thing that when people startle people after dropping things, that is an untrustworthy sign. I don't know.
It's more of like a post horrible thing happening in your life sort of thing. I don't know. You just want to screw with people all day long. Not that I know anything about that.
Who want to screw with the people?
Oh no, nothing. It's just when
Oh.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry. It'll come out in the trial, okay?
Oh, well. You don't need to be secretive around me. I will not be overseeing anything. In fact, I am here to sort of help as needed, whenever needed.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm just saying you're really creepy.
Oh yes, thank you.
Dozer's just talking out of his proverbial ass. That's all.
No, absolutely, 100% of the time.
Very well.
We don't all have to talk, do we?
No, you don't. However, if one does not wish to speak in defense of their Cynwrig, it is perhaps telling.
No, that's not what I mean. I just mean, like, April doesn't have a fucking voice today, and I prefer not to be at the helm of the ship if I do not have to be.
Certainly.
Thank you.
She was doing a lot of
Zook, on the other hand, his voice works perfectly, but shouldn't speak.
You may all decide. And you may decide if someone is speaking for you, of course. As long as that is the case, and that is clear, we are able to, you will be able to speak for other people.
Great, as long as there is nothing else to prepare, let's get this started.
Yeah, if it's not involved, I'm not really useful.
Okay, I will tell them you are ready. You hang out here and speak amongst yourselves until you are summoned. And he walks to the tree wall, and the roots open up to let him in, and he crawls into the tree with all of his spider legs, and it closes back up. Does anyone want to talk about anything more while you wait?
God, that guy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yes, he is a horror.
Absolutely horrible.
Who would even conceive of something so awful?
Disgusting.
Do we have banishment ready just in case things go south?
Yes.
Okay.
I can only cast it twice though, so
That's
no, I can cast it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6 times.
I do not have this spell.
I was more concerned of getting Moke to safety.
He would be banished here, wouldn't he?
No, if he's on the plane of existence where he originates, he would vanish to a random different plane, which is a little scary, but
Depending on the circumstances, it may be preferable.
It is
Maybe you
worth
could send
saying.
her,
It is worth saying he would not stay on that random plane after
Right.
the minute is up. He would come
True.
back.
That's
I
right,
was
since
gonna
he's not
say.
from there.
maybe you get sent to like the plane of like puppies and pillows, and
Ooh,
you just
that's a
like
good
lay
one.
down there.
My favorite
Wait,
plane.
wait, banish April there right
I
now.
hear like the time goes really, really slow there too. So
There does not have to be any tricks in my defense. Okay, whatever verdict comes will be accepted, right?
I don't think you understand, man. If we go at this straightforward, we're fucked.
Well, it is very curious that the Queen of the Feywild herself is invested in this. I don't know if I necessarily agree with whatever it is she wants, but I think maybe it is in our favor. So
All we have to do is tell the truth and say that we have been on the trail of Donovan Macob, and that should be sufficient. You have done nothing wrong, Cynwrig.
We are trying to like, and you know what, man? If I remember correctly, I've never even seen you drop anything. So you're like Michael Jordan on steroids, right? Michael Jordan game 3 with the flu. Like you don't drop shit. So
I mean, the only things we'd be dropping is bodies.
oh,
Which is a little telling.
We
Yes.
should leave that part out.
We do murder.
The
We do murder quite a few
Not
creatures.
him.
You see-
I'm the really sketchy one. He is not the sketchy one. So, like, if anybody should be on trial, I'm pretty sure it should be me.
by the way, what ended up happening with Shady Dave? I've been thinking
No,
about
you
him
don't want to
for so
know.
long. Oh no.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I've been thinking about this Winter's End Festival and whatever fun you might have all had there, and
he jumped off a building.
To his death.
the end. That's it. That's all.
In his head,
Yeah.
he flew.
The
He
end.
flew
Very much the end.
gloriously, with a
Yeah.
glorious purpose.
It was really sad. I could not catch him.
You all did heal him, just as a reminder.
Yeah, but I couldn't
He
catch
sang a
him.
song about being like in elementary school and having a crush on someone. And then he jumped.
So listen, I'm not gonna call you Moke. I'm gonna call you Cynwrig now. Thank you. So I want to know what can you just go over the story that they're going to tell, that you suspect they're going to tell? Can you do that?
Oh, sure.
Give
It's
me like a
probably...
30 second
What's the legal term for that?
staircase pitch.
Okay, don't tie me on this, but it's probably the story I have mostly said. I became friends with this Donovan Macob. Now I know that he was only seeking information on me and my people. So in a way he betrayed me, but this is my own fault for trusting him in the first place. It is not like our people to trust outsiders so easily. And yet I did. And when I did, he had traveled with us for a couple of days, and one evening I awoke to my entire camp on fire, and all of my people dying, and my eye burned out, and he was gone. And I did my best to put out the flames and lay to rest my family. this was not in accordance with how the clan or the tribe would normally lay to rest. This is the improper disposal of bodies. This I agree with. That was wrong of me. And then I left and took off after Donovan Mako.
I have I have a question. So I understand that Donovan did a bad thing. But why is that laid judgment on you, even though he took advantage of you? He made you. Oh my God! Sorry.
You're muted.
Silence your cell phones, please. Thank you.
Oh, you were such a Karen.
To answer Dozer's question.
Anyway, as I was saying, I wanted to. So I don't think that it's your fault, and I don't think that you should take blame in your mind for this.
That is not how the Hin see things. It is not how a Cynwrig of a clan is decided. The Cynwrig is in charge of their clan. They are in charge of the safety of their clan, the protection of their people. So a failing on that end is a failing of myself. I trusted the wrong person.
I understand, but it just seems wrong. It just seems wrong from the get-go.
So is this judgment based on just that moment? Are we allowed to bring up like what you have been doing since then? Because I don't know, since then you've been really trying to bring this group together. You've really helped a lot of us out of really bad situations. I feel like that says something more than, I don't know, judging a person off of one event in their life when, all this shit was on the line. I feel like you've kind of been trying your best to make up for it. So
that may be what they have called you all here for, but that is not how the Hin normally work. So we will have to see. If they ask any of you questions, though, I only ask you do not lie.
Ooh, I definitely can't go up there then.
Do not lie for me.
That's number 1 in my book.
Well, then maybe Zook doesn't speak. No, but really, Kragan pointed out correctly that I have been running from this moment for myself 4 years. I ran from my people. I ran to try to fix things, but still I ran away. So whatever happens today is what I deserve.
He ran.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
All I'm saying, cease and desist. I just wanted to say that you're a good person. You're a good furball, and that I believe that a person must be judged upon their actions. True, but also understanding that because someone does something doesn't mean that they're damned for life and there's no redemption. And also, if that person was affected by another person, I don't believe that should be a reflection upon them. And I understand that he took advantage of you and you should have been vigilant in that way. But I just wanted to say, from this Warforged, and through your actions that you've shown me, you've won my heart and friendship. And if I would follow you to the end.
Yeah, you should have saved that for the trial. That was really good.
I forgot it completely. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Somebody write that down for me. God, I wish I could read.
In the end, and your friends with it.
All references to anything, by the way, of anybody's intellectual property is a parody coming from my mouth, just so you know. It's entirely
like even his own words. Even
from
his
here on
own
out,
words.
every single thing I do that's a reference to anything else is considered parody.
Okay, we'll see if that works.
Now we're
This feels like one of those Facebook posts that are like, all of my pictures are my own, and Facebook is not allowed to. Okay.
That's so perfect.
Okay. And then as you guys wait just another moment, the walls, the roots once again open up. And there's a space for you to begin walking up back to the surface. You follow the tunnel up, twisting through a reminder of how far deep below Cynwrig was placed. And finally, eventually see the wall open up once again and the light of the Feywild shine through. Cynwrig, for the first time in over 3 years, you see natural light. You smell the Synfrenial wood just rush in. You take a deep breath, and then you hear the murmur of a crowd. As you all step up and out of this great tree and into the amphitheater of the Hin, you see a massive number of fey creatures just kind of gathered. Many Furbolg, all sitting, but then Eladrin and elves. Creatures many of you don't recognize, though Cynwrig might. Just kind of all sitting there, speaking amongst themselves. You step up and look to your right over to the podium where the Hin were sitting, and you see all of these Furbolg, these very old Furbolg with plants and vines and trees kind of intermingled with their hair and their bodies, all sitting at this table. But then, as you face them, as you kind of come around and face them, on the left side of them, you see a gargantuan spider. Kind of half of the back half of the legs up on the tree, the front half just kind of down by this podium. Her little head just kind of with these mandibles. She's got hair, but kind of dreaded up. And you can see there's some semblance of a face. A little bit humanoid, a little bit spider. Just kind of staring. Grieger is sitting next to her, kind of talking to her, but she doesn't ever talk back. He just kind of seems to understand as he speaks to her what she's thinking. And you can see he's pointing you all out as you step out. And she's just kind of staring at you. As she does, you get this sense there is evil in this creature, in this spider. But there's also a sense of balance, a sense of purpose. That, a sense of power and importance in the way she's just staring at you. Meanwhile, on the right side of the table, all the way over on the right, are two elf-looking people. A man and a woman. The woman, dressed in this incredibly gorgeous and verdant leaf foliage dress with this headpiece that her hair is wrapped up in. It seems to be a piece of bark, kind of like golden bark wrapped up with her blonde hair wrapped up in it. Sitting next to and behind her a little bit is a man. An elven-like man. He's wearing a nice shoulder-puffed tunic, a cape, an orange cape, and a crown underneath his brown hair. Both of their ears, despite them seeming elf-like, are incredibly long, much longer than any elves you've ever seen, and pointed. And they are looking at you, Cynwrig, and you alone. The man leans forward and whispers into her ear, and she turns back, and she nods. And
Can I read his lips?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, perception check, you say? Oh. That's a 19 plus 12.
You get the sense that he says, "Do you really think this is a good idea?" And his hand on her shoulder, she touches it, and she goes, "Trust me." And she grabs it and kisses his hand, and then he retrieves it. You all are instructed to kind of go to this table in the center. There's really no other table. That's just the spot where it seems that Cynwrig is supposed to sit at the head, and the rest of you can kind of go and sit down one by one. Zook, you actually pick out the exact seat that was meant for you, as it's given a booster seat.
My little legs are kicking.
So you can be equal at eye level with everyone else. And you all kind of begin taking your seats. As you do, you can hear the murmur picks up for a moment as people kind of realize you're all coming out. You can kind of hear some chatter behind you all of like, ugh, oh my god, there's a human. Ugh, disgusting. What's that blue one? I don't know what that blue one is. Oh, that's a water genasi. Oh, a water genasi. Yeah, cool.
I shoot them with
You can't do that.
I would take
Shoot him
that seriously, but I've just been informed that everything Mike says is parody, so...
That is true. That is true. No,
If so, I have a sham of a marriage.
Oh god.
His vows were parody.
Oh no.
Swinging for the fences today, cheap.
That was supposed to be funny. Why is mine?
I thought it was hilarious.
It was very funny, yes.
I thought it was hilarious.
I was playing along by being flabbergasted.
The same people who watched a man jump off a building is like, no, it's supposed to be funny.
Demetrius, is your face painted?
No.
No,
actually.
it is not. Okay, yeah. So that human's pretty. Oh, I like him. He's a very pretty human. And then you hear other people go, Warforged. Oh my God, there's a war. I love those things. Oh, Warforged. Fuck yeah, Warforged.
Like that everyone just hates me.
Those are
It's so shitty.
The Dragonborn, they're cool with. Grimold, you don't really hear many people mentioning you back there. You seem to be a fairly normal sight. And then they do notice the beard on the pointed-eared elf, which is interesting to them. They're like, "What's up with that? That's a little weird." But Grimold, you are an elf in the Feywild. It's a fairly normal thing they see every day. Though they like your hat. But you get this sense. Oh, and of course, gnomes in Feywild also fairly normal everyday thing. Though people do mention how cute it is that he's sitting in that seat. It's very, very cute.
As we walk up, I'm just gonna lean into Dozer. Hey, make sure all your parts are accounted for when we leave. They really like tinkering here, and they might just, if your arm comes off or anything, make sure it's all there.
Are you saying I'm gonna get mugged?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I've got a sword.
What? I keep account of that too.
Listen, I got that thing on me. Okay. Thank you.
He goes to reach for his sword and it's gone.
No, not that. The clear plate that's in between his balls and his butt. Never mind.
Stop! No! All right. Yeah, you look over. Some pixies are tossing your sword around. Okay, so you all take a seat and the murmur begins to fall. The Hin don't call order or anything. They're perfectly content with waiting for everyone to shut the fuck up. And wait, they do. And you can see, like Canarax is restless. Her spider leg just kind of tapping on the table. Like, let's go. I want to go back. I'm almost done. I want to be done here. Titania also patient, just kind of with a little smirk on her face. I'm sorry. Yes. Oh, no, you know it's Titania. Yes. Just kind of chill. And finally, the murmur comes to an end. Sorry, I forgot to pull up one note. There we go. There we go. All right. As the silence comes to, one of the Hin stands up. This one, a large piece of oak on his chest. And he stands up and just... This was the one that Grieger had presented the note to. He looks around at everyone, scanning the crowd in the background. It's very slow moving. You can see he's probably older than even a Furbolg should be. His white hair dreaded up, braided in other spots, going down to his shoulders and just leaning on a staff as he stands. And finally, his eyes land down on Cynwrig. The Hin have been discussing the punishment of Cynwrig Treeskin. Unfortunately, our decision is being forced to accelerate. The Summer Queen and the Winter Queen are insistent that the Cynwrig state his case, and that a clan be here to represent him. You can hear at this point, all of the Furbolg are like, what the fuck? Like, everyone's super pissed in the background, and he doesn't call them to order. They know immediately as the murmur starts up, it immediately stops. Cynwrig Treeskin has committed treason against his clan, against his tribe, against his wood, and against the Feywild. He does not have the best interests of his people in his heart, nor his plane. And he looks to Titania when he says that. Today we will have him admit to the things he did, and upon understanding his guilt, shall finally deliver a punishment worthy of a treasonous Cynwrig. Our Summer Queen would like to speak. And he sits down. She stands and kind of looks over everyone. As she stands, she's initially a bit taller than you expected. Or maybe that's just her eminence, just overstanding above everyone. This is a rare occasion. She looks to Cantarax. This is the first time I have been seen in public with this Winter Queen. And it is only the second time in the history of the Feywild in which we have come together in agreement that someone here is doing something wrong. Our courts, that is. Not since Morpheus has the Feywild seen such great unity. And I believe that alone is enough to show that despite Cynwrig Treeskin's crimes, despite what he may have done wrong, he is important. And we will prove that today, that despite guilt, he is necessary. Thank you. Hin, you may speak now. And she sits down. The Oak Shield stands up. Cynwrig Treeskin, you may begin with telling the Hin exactly what happened when you met Donovan Maycope?
When we first encountered Donovan Maycope and his people, they appeared lost within the Feywild, and seeking to return them back to the material plane, we grouped up with them to take them back to a Fey portal. Along the way, Donovan expressed great interest in our ways. Ignoring the counsel of other members of my clan, specifically my daughter, I encouraged these conversations with Donovan, telling him how our tribe works. It was after one of these discussions, later that night, I awoke on fire, with everything around me burning. Donovan was gone with the divining rod, and I could not save anyone. Everyone had already been deceased.
And what did you do with them upon the discovering the deceased?
Well, for the first day, I mourned and I cried. The second day, I did nothing. And the third day, I began to bury them.
So you admit guilt to improper disposal of your clan's bodies, their souls ever restless, their bodies to never return to whence they came.
I did my best to bring them back to the earth, but yes, I admit guilt.
The crowd just kind of begins to murmur. Titania stands and she goes, "This is such a low crime, it is not even worth mentioning. Your traditions, while important to your culture, are not important to the Feywild, and it did not damage them no matter where he built them. Clan of Treeskin. In the time in which you knew Cynwrig, has he killed anyone?" Speak truthfully.
9/11, save the troops. No,
Speak truthfully.
I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't know. Have you?
I don't out of character, Tyler. Have you killed people? Pretty sure, right?
Did you ever kill anybody?
I've got the killing blow when it was like I don't think I killed anyone that we were like unsure was bad, but I don't know.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
All right, I got it then.
Only monsters.
So yeah, he has defined someone. We have fought many aberrations and other beings, monsters as well.
That works. And upon killing them, what did Cynwrig Treeskin do with the bodies?
Nothing.
And what happened after that?
Nothing.
Would you say it is because they were already dead and it does not matter?
Yes, we have. Yes, he was not a part of any burial or funeral rituals of any deceased creatures we have come across. Let's put it that way. And yes, nothing happened because they're already dead.
Roll persuasion check, Aldous.
Sure. You got it.
I'm trying to persuade the Queen of the Feywild.
He is not persuading her. She's on the same page.
Oh no, that's not good. 17.
That's not bad though.
Yeah, it was an 8.
Titania sits down at this point, and the hinge is. We disagree on importance based on what you may see as culture, Your Excellency. However, it is true that this is the least important charge that Cynwrig Treeskin has been brought with. Cynwrig Treeskin, do you recall bringing Donovan Macob to the Inn?
To the Inn? I do not recall.
You, upon apparently meeting with Donovan Macob for quite some time, eventually came to us to present Donovan Macob's case, to allow an outsider to visit and to commence trade. This is in your backstory.
Oh, okay.
That part, yeah.
Aha! That's what happened.
I did do such, yes.
We denied his request. But in discussion, he presented knowledge that he would not have known. So I'm curious, Cynwrig Treeskin, did you tell Donovan Macob about the item he stole before he stole it?
I did.
Clan of Treeskin, do you feel that Cynwrig Treeskin has ever had an interaction that placed you in danger?
No.
Oh no. Let me tell you.
And we all just agree we're all like shaking
Can
our
we
heads.
just like no? Listen, as many things as I've chopped and many things I murdered. Listen, this guy's got nothing. He's boring. Okay, he doesn't know how to kill things. Okay, he just stinks at it. And I just wanted to say that he has not put us in danger. We are the ones that put him in danger. Like, big time.
Yeah, that is true.
Joe nods her head ferociously.
Like, big time. We are the ones that sort of accidentally put him in situations where he has to commit the previous crime. So, honestly, not his fault. I'm a guy that likes to play both sides of the fence, and yeah.
I want you to roll persuasion, but with advantage, because the way you just presented that was incredibly convincing. They're like, yes, this does seem like a man who puts people into danger.
As we're all
Yes. Oh my god.
He likes cursed
I got
weapons.
a 2 and a 3.
Oh,
so
boy.
now I'm at a 7. Can I get super advantage?
You speak, and
give me some condensed milk and cocoa so I can fudge this. Hi.
Such a dad.
Were you just like waiting to use that joke?
No,
Like,
it came out of nowhere because Noah was playing with Coco the other day, so he's like, "Let's make Coco," and then I go and put Lucas down for a nap, and then the whole counter is full of Coco. So
you made Coco. All right.
there we go. What, you like that?
I'm just sitting here wondering if that actually makes fudge.
Yes. Anyway.
Need sugar. Do you want to look up a recipe real quick?
That is...
Hey Google.
Moving on. You see the hint is just confused by this sentiment. Actually, he does have a question. So you would say that as your Cynwrig, he has been ineffective in curving you away from dangerous situations.
Well, now you're just twisting my words. I absolutely would not say.
Those are maybe let's.
No, I don't. I would say the opposite. In fact, when
Joe's not
before
supposed to talk.
Go ahead, Joe.
Before I met Cynwrig, I was I made some poor choices in my youth, and Cynwrig, and I pull out the totem that he gave me, that he made for me. Cynwrig made me this to help guide me, and since then, I have been less impulsive in my decisions. I consult the group, and I seek his aid whenever we are making choices that affect, well, not just us, but all of those around us. So yes, I think, at least for me, Cynwrig has been a very big part of curbing my very chaotic and dangerous choices.
Roll persuasion check with advantage.
Oh shit, I don't remember. I got all this Chipotle in front of me.
It's a surprise. It turns out the rune he put on that totem means nerd, and it was a joke. And so the hint are all like, oh no.
Cynwrig's like, oh no.
That'd be quite the twist if it turns out he was like a trickster bard this whole time and is actually a piece of shit.
That's a pretty good roll for Joe. Hold
No
on.
more undercover trickster bards. God damn it.
This rune is going to protect me. It just says kick me.
All right, I'm not the most persuasive, but I did roll a 15, so I got a 16.
Hey.
Awesome. I think that's good.
For an ugly human.
Though you can see one of them, Titania, in fact. Though we may not approve of the company that Cynwrig Treeskin might keep, and she gestures to you, Joe.
I look down. I'm like, I should have washed my hands.
I hear
that's a cool rune. I think I'm gonna get that tattooed on myself. What does it mean?
I believe I hear the truth in her words. I mean, just looking at her, you can see she is just a wildly reckless person. In fact, I've known quite a few people like her in my time.
A fake tattoo.
But
no, I don't. I have a full back tattoo.
And an arm tattoo, right? You have both?
Yep.
Yeah.
Full arm, full back.
But I hear the words and see the way she looks at him. And those totems, they mean something to your tribe, right? They're some kind of spiritual thing. And like, Hin Treeskin is like, they are more than spiritual! And like, everyone is a little taken aback, and Titania's just...
Oh, so he just proved my point.
Hin Oakshield's just... Hin Treeskin, you will do well with watching your tone when speaking to the Summer Queen. Very well, human. Moving on.
Anya's a badass bitch.
She learned it from her daddy.
To be clear,
such a good girl.
the outcomes that happen at the table depend entirely on your rolls. So it's kind of like it's gonna shift in favor of who's winning on this one.
Oh Lord, I will not talk. That was the one and done.
One of the Hin moves their totem from on the fence to not guilty.
And I just smile at Cynwrig as I sit back down.
You can see they begin consulting some tomes and such as they kind of prepare what they're going to say next. As in, I'm looking for something here. Yep, there it is.
As Ben prepares his tomes.
Cynwrig, how many times did you meet with Donovan Maycock before bringing him to the Hin?
As I was saying, we traveled together. We were seeking a Fey portal to return him to the material plane. So a couple times, I don't know exactly.
And after returning him, Did he return?
Yes. We kept in contact. Yes.
So you would say that Donovan Maycope was a friend of yours?
Yes, he was.
And as such, you allowed him deeper access into our lore. Lore that was not his to have.
I trusted him. And so I told him things about our people, yes.
Why did you trust him?
It is not in our nature to trust. It is not our people's way to see everyone as an enemy. We are shepherds of the Feywild and the material plane. We seek to protect our people and theirs.
It is not in our nature to trust outsiders.
It is not in your nature.
Oh shit, motherfucker! Sorry, I just didn't say that.
I know.
As Joe smiles a little bit more.
Hin Treeskin speaks up and he goes, "It is not in our nature.
In
Cynwrig."
Treeskin, you should know more than anyone else on this council what it is like to travel between the planes.
I don't make eye contact with him, with Hin Treeskin. I do not look at him.
I
but
do.
I am.
I do. And I know what it is like to shed the blood of a prime when they come too close. It is our job to protect this place. Orcus ran havoc because he happened to find a few crossings. Don't even get me started on the halfling barbarian that found a crossing.
I do recall that. Yes, that was chaotic, fine. But we are people who seek to help other people. We cannot do that if we do not trust them. If our first instinct is that they are a danger, we would not protect anyone but ourselves.
Roll a persuasion check. No advantage.
That's.
I got a natural 20.
Oh.
It's still a -1. It's still a 19, but I did get a natural 20 on that roll.
I was just gonna say something, but never mind.
He sits back in his chair. And Titania kind of leans forward and just... I feel there is an issue beginning to show light here in this place. I feel as though the Furbolg, who have once become protectors, agreed upon protectors of the Feywild and of the Sinfrenial Wood, may have gone from guards to gatekeepers. While it is true we do not welcome those who wish to harm this place, we do welcome those who wish to experience it. If outsiders would not have come, I would have been killed. We owe our entire system right now to outsiders. Hin Treeskin, I would have to remind you. And furthermore, I would like to question you further on the shedding of prime blood. But that is for another time. She sits back. You sense that things are going to beginning to go well for all of you here.
So, what happens now?
Some of the Hin...
Now, when does the other shoe drop?
Some of the Hin begin to kind of, like, look down. Some seem a little bit ashamed at this idea. But a few of them are still kind of, like, locked in on Cynwrig and aren't really, like, buying into this. In fact, one of them speaks up.
I tell Carl that if we lose this trial, the Feywild belongs to him.
Stop. Stop it.
This whole...
Oh, I forgot he's there.
We need him for Kingsford. Isn't Kingsford a human?
Oh God, he's gonna own Kingsford. That's what we're gonna... Okay, sorry. We'll talk later.
Memphis Keeper speaks up. This one is much thinner than the other Hin. A little bit more dexterous from what you can tell. And it's kind of got like these, like the mustache that comes down and just kind of hangs down from the side. It's got beads all in it. He's got vines wrapped around his arms. And in fact, you can see the vines that are wrapped around his arms are actually connected to the ground. These aren't just for decoration. He is actually seems to have like the scenery wrapping around him as he sits here. And just... I would like to address some reports I received. Cynwrig Treeskin. Not only did you allow Donovan Maycob through a crossing, show him your clan, but you also exited crossings multiple times to speak with him as well. Why is it you never once suspected? Even despite his questionings, I have many quotes that the Enfys Vines happened to hear through the grapevine, if you will, regarding Donovan Maycob's questions, and immediately they send up a red flag to me. If I'm able to see through his lies, why were you so incapable?
His passive insight is terrible.
May I hear said quotes?
He begins to sort through his tome here. Maycob. So how do you know? Cynwrig Treeskin. How do you know what? Maycob. How do you know where they open? Maycob, or Cynwrig. I cannot tell you. Maycob. Aren't we friends? Cynwrig. I consider you an ally, but I cannot tell you. Maycob. And just kind of goes on back and forth for a moment until finally, Cynwrig. It is a rod. A most precious artifact. One that we have held for generations. Maycob, may I hold it? Cynwrig. I do not know. It seems to me that you were guarded. What happened here? Has there been a time, and I would like to hear from your clan, Cynwrig. Has he always been this open? Always been this trusting?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No. I am eager to hear your words, not my own voice. Please speak.
He's very kind. I don't believe openness and gullibility is the right word. He is just a man, a person, not as jaded by the experiences in his life as others may have been.
Looks pointedly at Joe.
Yeah, right? He is finding kindness and goodness in all and trusting them upon first meeting. I believe that is... If we look down upon that, then we are all guarded against each other. As Titania said, we would never have any friendship with outsiders or between planes, right? It would just be constant war. Coming from someone who is also a guardian of the material plane. And not a water genasi?
Of course not, you're a Triton.
Someone hands someone else 2 rocks.
They're trading rocks.
So, as a guardian of the material plane, then, Mr.
Aldis.
Mr. Aldis. As a
Sure.
guardian of the material plane, you would find that you are also this trusting.
I would find that, yes. I find the good in people and believe them to be trustworthy, but I also believe many people to be stupid, so I try not to trust them with too many things.
Is there a powerful artifact in your land, Mr.
Whoa.
Aldis?
There are many.
And would you trust them to an outsider? Would you trust their secrets to an outsider?
Didn't we kind of already do that?
That's what yeah. Thank you. Good remind. No, I appreciate you.
Sorry, I just wanted to be as a reminder. Yeah, we did. With us. You did.
Yes, if my people were no longer capable, absolutely. I have entrusted my clan here, and on top of that, well, Cynwrig's clan here, the rest of my clan mates here, and another. What was the bar owner's name in the Isle of Dread?
Oh yeah.
Fergus.
Or like, what was his race? I guess.
He was a water genasi.
That's that fucks it then. I have trusted, many. I have trusted with my clan with the care and knowledge of a powerful storm artifact, a storm rod, able to control things, and they were able to help me care for it and protect it, which I think was important. Without them, I would have lost it certainly.
Roll persuasion check, please.
Boom. That's what I want to do.
Real dice. Let's go, baby. 13 plus 9, 22.
Yo, what a good roll.
And Memphis Keeper sits back. Furthermore, I am curious, Cynwrig, what was the moon? Which phase was the moon in upon first meeting Donovan Macob?
7.
Which phase?
Wait, was that in my backstory? I'm like actually curious. Oh, okay.
If that's
wait. Well, we met in the Feywild, and there is no moon in the Feywild, right? That's Tyler asking.
Well, yes, but there's still phases.
Okay.
Can I make a perception check to see that I see Cynwrig struggling to remember this?
Sure. I mean, you can see it. You see it right now. You're all sitting right next to each other. You can speak up for him.
No, I'm not gonna speak up for him. I'm gonna cast. Where's it at? One moment. New spell. New player.
Oh, who dis?
There we go.
That's the last stall joke I have. So
Okay, there we go. Modify memory.
Okay.
You.
We sure got casting spell.
Oh, it has to be within the last 24 hours. Damn.
Okay.
Can I make an intelligence check then? I guess. Try.
Or you could just say what phase of the moon it was in.
I don't know all the phases of the moon, so I'm gonna say full, because that's a phase, right?
It is.
Yeah, full waning, waxing.
Full waning, waxing, new.
Waxing sounds more fun.
Blue.
Harvest.
Moon, blue, moon. Dip, 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 dip.
Blue, blue, blue. Oh.
You say waxing, and she goes, oh.
I could be wrong.
It is fine.
Objection? What is the relevance?
Yeah, for real.
You see Canarax gets up, and she goes,
cannot
I will.
Oh wait, was it Canarax talking?
No, it was Titania. I will I'll remind you all to defer from things like objections. We are not on the material plane. Thank you.
Oh.
We don't want to make objections lead to things tend to getting a little dramatic. And while I have a tolerance, my partner and Queen of the Winter Court here has no tolerance to the dramatics. And Krieger, you can see Krieger is just kind of like petting her head. He's just and she's like slowly sinking down.
Okay, no objection.
Yes.
What is the relevance of that?
Yeah, why?
It is not important.
I will admit
It's not
again
important.
to the Summer and Winter Queens and to the Hin that being from the Feywild, we do not encounter the phases of the moon the same way the material plane does. Perhaps I am mistaken in this, and maybe if there is some record from Hin Enfys Keeper with his tidy records as he has, maybe he would know.
I believe you that it was a waxing phase. It's okay. We may move on. It doesn't help your case, dear. Moving on. So, who's next? Moving to the next one. We are going to get Hin.
How many hen are there?
7 of them. You see 7 of them. Hin Reedweaver stands.
Waiting for Hin Leghorn.
My apologies. There is no Hin Reedweaver. We're gonna go Hin Stormkin, actually. Hin Stormkin stands up. You see this one actually probably leans a bit more toward giant than Furbolg, honestly. Big, white, like, humanoid beard. Bluer skin on the Furbolg. And taller than the other ones as well. He stands and just... booming voice, just... Cynwrig Treeskin!
Want to be friends with this guy?
Yes.
How many times, besides Donovan Makeup, did you accept an outsider into your clan?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I speak specifically of the Treeskin clan that were murdered under your watch.
I could not count. I have always tried to be generous with the people I came across.
Multiple, then.
Yes.
And how many times did they damage the Feywild in some way?
Still, besides Donovan Makeup, then 0.
Not a single one?
Not of my knowledge.
None of them trampled a vine, picked a flower. Not one ate a berry they shouldn't have.
Again, if that is something you know of that I do not, then still no.
If I knew it, I wouldn't ask a question about it, would I?
Oh, that is very fair, actually. You're right.
I'm asking.
No. To the best of my knowledge, no. I have tried always to protect both planes.
Clan that exists here today. Do you feel as if Treeskin has either with you or allowed you to allow outsiders into your group that placed you into danger?
Could you repeat the question, please?
No!
Well, I honestly, your little hiccup when you were saying the question, I don't quite understand what you were asking.
Guess.
Have I ever allowed you, or offered into our group someone that put you all in danger?
No.
No.
You say no. You just say no?
Oh.
Yes.
I'm sorry. No, sir?
Roll a persuasion check.
No,
No, you can roll a persuasion check on that if you want.
Yeah, baby!
Do it, you big ol' persuasion
Ain't
boy.
mincing words, motherfucker!
Yes, sir. I love that.
That was perfect.
That's so Varus, just quick and to the point.
Does Grimald count as dangerous to you guys?
Hell, I rolled a
No,
4. So
he also didn't like let you. You
That's
were just
true.
already part of
Yeah.
the group. So
It was. I wouldn't say we were like a clan until after all that. So.
Yeah, I did protect Grimald, but he didn't hurt us after that point.
No.
So,
Yeah.
After that point, but before that point,
Big
I
old
specifically remember somebody losing health. Because
So
of
you
Grim.
got a 4, you said, Varus?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
he looked
total?
Yeah, I rolled a 4. Oh, no, I have a 10 total. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
10 total.
I was like, your persuasion's good. What are you talking about?
Drunk ass.
You say no, sir, and he just. All right. It doesn't hurt my case, though, right? And all the hen are like, it's like.
What? That we said no?
Sits down.
Has he allowed anyone in that helped
I'm
us?
just like leaning over to somebody. Is it all hearsay here? Like, do they require evidence?
I lean back to
Who you-
Dozer and go, this is a load of barnacles.
This
Okay.
is great.
Do you want to? Okay, you guys want to say anything about this? Do anything about this?
No.
I'm just wondering if he let anybody in who was good for us. I'm trying to think.
Certainly not me.
I don't
yes.
think so.
I'll actually speak out about me in this case.
Okay.
I gotta form that. Actually, what am I saying? Okay. Cynwrig showed compassion to me. He saw a person who was capable of good and put his life on the line for me. He vouched for me. And I would like to think, going forward, I have done nothing but protect those around me. To keep this clan as safe as possible.
Seconded.
Third did. Can you third something? Third did.
Thirded.
You can roll persuasion with advantage.
Do not. Sorry.
For the record, the advantage is not being given for seconded. It's just a convincing argument. Nor third.
Ooh. 17.
Oh boy, look at the non-persuasive boys.
Yeah, we both did okay.
And
Rolling an 18.
Yeah.
Maybe leave that part out next time.
So what?
Colin and I are like +9, and we're like, I got a 8.
So what you are saying is that you were an outsider and are now part of the clan. Interesting. And one of the Hin Oakshield just he is an outsider and a friend of Cynwrig Treeskin, we may agree. But this clan you speak of, Your Highness, is merely a formality. They do not actually make up a real clan in which he is actually a Cynwrig for.
Why not?
You are not Furbolg, and Cynwrig is title for Furbolg clan.
Now it has a new definition.
Roll another persuasion check.
Hardcore!
You're such a fucking
Hardcore!
badass.
I love that.
Oh my god, you're bad.
24.
Get
Oh,
dick.
mic drop.
Done.
Not you, sweetie.
I know.
You just changed the
Uh,
definition of literally
You
the figure.
you get a Stone Skin liked that, or Oak Shield liked that notification. I would like to propose an experiment.
Is this Titanian?
Okay.
Sorry.
Cynwrig, may you please stand up?
I stand.
Could you please stand on one leg?
I do.
Now, may you please stand on no legs?
Zook goes nuts when he stands on one
I-
leg because he thought that was the point.
I jump. I don't know.
That is jumping. I need you to stand on no legs.
I
Do it.
I do a handstand.
Oh my god, yes!
That is not what I meant. But impressive.
Joey's so impressed.
Wait,
No acrobatics.
that wasn't my trick question.
Okay. Yeah. Point rests, I suppose. Creativity? That doesn't help. No points. No points.
I'm so confused.
Spindle, what? I'm so lost.
Did I hurt myself from that? I don't know.
Insight?
Okay. Your wrist.
You can insight that if you want.
Oh yeah, wait, that's a good
All
idea.
right.
Let me insight that.
Can I?
Insight,
I'll-
what the fuck is that?
11.
I'm actually really good at insight.
16. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
That's a nat 20, so that's a 29. Oh, we're going nat 20s for like 35 years.
I've been doing insight checks for that 35 years.
I've been in Feywild courts for about 42 years.
Oh man,
Okay.
that's a deep
If
cut.
a 29 is all I'm gonna hear, you get the sense, Demetrius, that this may have been a no man is an island lesson. He can't stand on no legs, so he doesn't need the help of his clan to do so, etc., etc. But he handstands, so it doesn't really help or hurt. Just shows he's clever.
I was gonna telekinesis him too. We were so close. We were so close to proving your point, Ben. I'm sorry.
Very close. And
But
then he
said
handstanded, and
And
it's
I was
just
like, I'm
sorry.
I will never handstand again.
I was ready. But
That's
There's no
gonna be.
showboating at court, bud. Come on.
What got you into this dungeon for the rest of eternity? I handstanded. It's the end of it.
Would
Is
you
it-
say my 11 would?
No.
No.
You're 11. Looking at this lady, she is just, she's really, really something. Like, she's pretty, just this power she has about her. And it's just the whole time you're just like enamored with her. You're just like, it's tough to read in a haze state.
oh, Zane's got a girlfriend.
Nothing
Hey,
like
Zane.
that.
got a girlfriend.
It could be a respectful power enamored as well, but it's so you admire the hell out of this lady.
Zane's got an idol.
So
Don't worship her. We might have to kill her eventually.
Oh!
Yeah, no worship. Do not check
I think there's a general rule of don't worship Archfey. That's just like
Grimald pulls his guns.
worshipping Archfey never tends to end well.
Grieger's just like, what?
He's like, I think this ended perfectly for me.
week there too.
Hin Miss Meadow stands up.
Oh, I like that name.
This is all Tyler's creation, so.
Aww. Yay.
She's got this black hair that's kind of grayed at her roots, and she has like corn and just kind of all sorts of vegetables just around her, like a cornucopia on her head, basically. So, Cynwrig, I'm perhaps one of the few in here who are willing to hear out every single bit of this. I find it interesting that you've brought these people. They have been creative and colorful, and I thought it was incredibly interesting that you did a handstand after the queen asked you to stand on no legs. I thought that was very clever, very fun. And I've never seen it before. These people, they're so we are not the most exciting or clever people. While the situation has been poor, admittedly, I think it's very exciting that these people have clearly influenced you in the way that they've claimed to have been influenced by you. Clan, how would you say your Cynwrig has grown since he has taken over your group?
It's difficult to speak exactly to this, as we didn't know him before we all came together. However,
between when you met him and now, would you say he has grown?
He's certainly opened up to us, and I think we've all grown in his presence. He has been a mentor to me in a time of great change in my life.
One time I cast Enlarge on him.
I was gonna say, you beat me to it, you motherfucker.
When we met him, he was just a furbolg from District 3.
A cow.
A cow from District 3, and now
Don't say that in front of them.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
not say cow in the court, please.
Strike that from the record.
You're gonna get canceled for that, buddy.
You see, there's this little fae who's sitting in the corner, and they've been making typing motions this whole time, but there's no actual paper or device, and they're just.
Thank you. So I just wanted to say that. Great stenographer, by the way. I just wanted to say that.
No, my hands have been animated. My apologies.
He's one of the hen's grandchildren. It's bring your grandchild to work day.
Got it. Yeah, he's just having a good time. Well, no, I just wanted to say that when we first met him, he was defensive and did not want to show us his bad side. And now he has become such a beacon of honesty and just of goodness, and he doesn't want. There's self-interest is not a trait that he has. He is a self-sacrificing, good, honest Cynwrig that I'm proud to call my brother in combat and my king of this tribe.
Yes.
Cynwrig, sorry. I mean Cynwrig, sorry.
Yes, and if he has to roll persuasion, this is me trying to hit him. But yes, I can speak for his self-sacrificing nature that developed. He was very defensive. Yes, we did not know much about him, but he then sacrificed of himself, and he helped provide food and resources for a neighborhood that I come from that does not have food or resources. And they are continuing to prosper because of this Cynwrig.
Dozer, Zane, or Joe, you can roll with a persuasion check with advantage.
I have a +4.
In persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna roll then.
You're muted. You're muted, Mark.
You should go for it then, Dozer.
All right.
As Zane and Joe just kick the dirt.
Is that athletics?
No, it's persuasion. You're muted.
Damn it. This goof. All right, so that is 19 plus 4, 23.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Mark, throw that beer up right now.
I love that. that is so great. Very, very good. No further questions. He's fine. She sits down.
Oh my god. I love this little.
What does she look like? I might have missed.
She's an older furbolg. She has like black hair that's graying at the roots. She's got like a cornucopia of food wrapped up in her hair.
She's like a crazy older lady.
Her staff seems to be made of the branch of like an olive tree, and she's got like some olives just kind of hanging off of it and stuff, and just. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love
Grandma.
Her. Oh, Graham.
Would you like to be my grandmother?
Oh, yes. No, I can't. I have no... I've forsaken all family, but that would be nice.
Oh.
That got dark.
Oh, it's what we do. It's okay. So... Titania's like, that was fantastic. Hin, Mist Meadow. Cynwrig, quick, how many people are in your party?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That was
Plus
way
Cinna
too
is 9.
slow. Fuck, okay. That was too slow.
These titanium trials are so fucking strange.
Too slow. All right. So.
Not very fast. He's not. It's not how Moki is. I am the fast one.
Hin Oakshield stands up and just. Right. Thank you, Your Highness. This has been enlightening in some ways, and I believe a waste of time in others. Still, we have been forced to make more progress in a discussion than we would have made in our deliberations. With that being said, I believe it is time for a recess. You may all return to the tree to discuss and convene, and the rest of you in the amphitheater, refreshments are being served up top. You may grab whatever you like. You may not go there, you have to go to the tree. I'm sorry.
Is there a playground that I can play on for recess?
What?
I'm really good at the monkey bars. Playground.
No, we're
And
doing
you
indoor
hear
recess. We're doing
Titania.
indoor recess.
You hear Titania just. Fantastic.
Ooh.
It's raining. Break out the Jenga.
We have to do our coloring books inside.
I believe we have enough information that we may have a few more questions before our deliberation and statement. Recess. Go now. And that's where we're going to take a break. We're going to be back really, really soon. Don't go anywhere. See you soon. Bye.
Bum, bum, bum.
And welcome back. So, as you all recess to the tree, does anyone have anything they want to talk about? Anything they want to do while they wait, or do we just want to go right into it?
We just want to stare at each other really awkwardly and smile.
just really quiet.
I'll take a second just
Sure.
to
Moke's like, is there downtime? I'm gonna talk very intimately at this.
Let me get closer.
Oh yeah.
Fucking always.
I love role playing. Sorry.
I just wanted to take a second. Everything you all have said has meant a lot, and I appreciate all of you. You have made me see things differently than I had before. After losing my family, after hearing from Kraken and everything he went through, I did not see myself as a Cynwrig. But hearing from all of you, if that is truly how you see me, I am proud to be your friend. That is all.
Put my hand on Moke's shoulder.
Hopefully
And
we
I
can convince
nod.
your friends and Hin of that as well. I think it is going rather well.
Me too.
I shouldn't have done a handstand. I don't know what I was thinking.
That was a little silly. Yes.
It was a Joe move, and I just went with it.
And I loved every second of it. It was so good. I'm so proud of you. You could do a handstand. I never knew.
I think
never saw.
I definitely think it's going very well. Yes.
Moke, why doesn't anyone here like me?
Oh,
They don't even know me.
Humans are a touchy subject within
Like a parent talking to their child. Okay.
within the Feywild and also many older races. Humans live.
It's like what you were saying when we first met. That you didn't like the idea of opening the walls and letting all the humans out because we're terrible.
I have learned somewhat differently, but humans live such short lifespans compared to the rest of the beings that they are quicker to act on things.
Yes.
This is
We're
not
very chaotic, yes.
This is not necessarily a fault, but many perceive it as such.
And to be fair, when Titania was growing up, she saw firsthand this human persecution, so she does her best to temper it down.
I have not heard of this from Titania. Please.
I'm Oberon, by the way.
Oh, I thought you were a Grieger. I'm so sorry.
That's not his voice.
Different accent.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
what did you just say to me?
Oberon?
What did you just say to me?
No, that was out of character.
Oh, okay, it was out of character.
Oh,
I can hear some. Sorry. Hi.
Hi. Okay, can you describe this person to me?
You see a man with a tunic, puffy shoulders. He's wearing an orange cape that kind of comes around.
He was the guy that was sitting with
Got a
Titania.
crown on his head, black hair, very long pointed ears. And he's just yeah, I know. I think it's gone very well. I kind of came in after you all and wanted to have some words, but there was really just a great happy moment. I didn't want to totally interrupt, but I had to get in here. Titania asked me to come talk to all of you. She can't be seen coming in here speaking to you as she is in charge. I'm not. So, hello.
Hi.
What is your role in the Feywilds?
Oh, well,
I'm Titania's fuckboy.
I'm a little bit of everything, you know.
Oh, definitely.
Sorry. Oh.
I am King Oberon, but in the Feywild, the term king doesn't really have a lot of weight. The queen is who is in charge here, as it should be. With that being said, I tend to be a liaison, a person to speak for my queen when she may not be able to. Excuse me, the vocal fry gets me a little bit. So, I just want to check in. How are we feeling? We feeling good?
Besides people looking at me like I'm the worst thing that they've ever seen in a piece of trash, I'm doing great. I'm more concerned about Cynwrig. Like, what happens next? Like, what if they don't like what we said? Is something bad going to happen to him?
Well, Titania has a plan in the case of a guilty verdict. Could be a bit more dangerous. But the truth is, her word has more weight here than Seven Hin. It is her realm, after all. The Sinfrenio Wood falls under the jurisdiction of the Summer Court. Canarax is really here more as a formality and a courtesy. As Titania said, it has been very rare when the Summer and Winter Court come together on such things. So,
Why is this? Oh, sorry.
No, just having us here in a strong force, strong show of unity really drives Titania's case home.
Yes, and maybe this was already said, sorry if it was. Why is this so important to Titania? I mean, like, I think Cynwrig is a very big deal. Moke is, like, super important to our group. But, like, why? He's just, like, one furball.
My queen doesn't really tell me everything. I'm very much on a need-to-know basis. But I know that word got to her about you, Cynwrig Treeskin, shortly after your clan was killed, and word of the dowsing rod being taken was reached. She gained an interest in you after that, and even more so when the Enfys Vines reported your brief arrival and then exit from the Feywild. Unfortunately, the Furbolg got to you first.
How does Hin Treeskin feel about Titania's involvement?
Hin Treeskin's the one who would have kept you in that dungeon for as long as possible. Hin Treeskin is the reason this has kind of been delayed as much as it has. He, I'm sure you know, had descendants in your clan.
Oh, wait, yeah, sorry, I just clicked that you guys have the same last name. Not last name, that's weird.
Like title,
clan
name.
Fun name, like family name.
Yes. That makes sense. I know him well. I would expect nothing less. Does Titania simply want us so that we can get the dowsing rod back? For that is already my quest.
My beloved's motivations are unknown to me, friend, but I do know that she is on your side.
Wow, we don't have very many people
That's
that
rare
are on
for
our
us.
side.
I am forever grateful for our queen's guidance and trust. I also, however, seek a fair trial by my people. I think we have done well here today, and I hope that proves true. And whatever the queen wants, I will dutifully do.
There is no fair trial to be had here. The Hin want blood. They're angry. And the actual perpetrator is out of their reach. However, go ahead.
What if I can give them both?
I believe that may be what we are going for. So, stay strong. You guys are doing great. And don't fall before the finish line. We're almost there. Any important questions before we move on?
Did you bring any of those snacks down from upstairs?
No. But I can create some. What would you like?
I swear, anything but a good berry.
Cynwrig was getting ready for it, and then was like, "Oh, okay."
He holds his hand out, and the roots of the tree begin to grow a branch, and the branch grows buds, and the buds turn into leaves, and the leaves begin to blossom, and the blossom turns to fruit, and an apple appears.
And Zook's like, sorry, is this apple technically you?
It came from the tree.
But he's the one attached to the tree, right?
I'm not attached to the tree.
Oh,
I am an archfey. I am here. Then he looks around, he picks up his cape, he flourishes it. There's nothing there. I'm not the tree.
Huh. I have to learn how to do that with my cape.
It's just a flourish. A flourish. A flourish. Yes, just flourish. Go roll a performance check.
I'm good at those. I can't get my dice out. Oh, not when I roll like that. 16.
Yeah, you managed to get a good flourish in. Flourish. You and Oberon are just flourishing your capes. Yes, just like that. Just like that. Good. Good. Very good. Very good. Did we have anything else we needed to talk about?
I just want this moment to end.
Oh.
I love that moment so much. I'm writing it in the notes.
You are less fun-loving than your folk, Mr. Gnome.
Yeah. Some stuff and some things will do that to you.
Some stuff and some things. Tell me about it. I want to know all. And he sits down. I want to know all about your stuff and things. So he's at eye level with you right now.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, Demetrius got it.
I got it. An entire page devoted to Mosmosagrin.
Oh, wait, did we write it all in the notes?
Oh, I would not be telling him anything.
You're not going to tell me anything?
I don't know if...
I would have told him the base level about Kellen getting kidnapped. Well, it would have started with my past, my whole backstory, and then I would have gone into Kellen getting kidnapped, but then I probably would have stopped there.
And Joe's just in the back still flourishing.
Wow. That's insane. That's crazy. The absolute struggles you primes go through is just... Oh, why exist, right? It's crazy. Oh, man.
This in-game? When he said primes, I just heard millennials. I don't know what it was.
Tonight,
Good night, everybody!
Tonight, I'm going to cry exactly... He gets really close to you, Zook. Tonight, I'm going to cry exactly 1,000 tears for you. And I hope it becomes 1,000 blessings.
Cynwrig's behind him that's a lot. That's good.
This guy's intense, and I'm about it.
And I just I reach up. I assume he's been either sitting or.
Oh yeah, he's sitting at eye level. He's really close to you now.
And I just whatever you say, weird tree man.
I'm not a tree.
Tree.
I'm not a tree.
I'm not a cow.
I am a fae. He's gonna grab you by the head and try to kiss you. Can you roll an athletics or acrobatics check, please? Unless you're just gonna allow it.
A kiss from a fan.
I just feel like I'm just gonna. I don't know if there's a door. I don't know if there's a door, but I'm gonna pop through the door.
Go get some help in here.
Oh no! It was gonna be a 15.
What is it?
It's a 7.
It's a 7. He gets a 10. So he grabs you and kisses you right in the forehead, and then pulls you back, and he goes, "I love you."
I swat at the forehead to make sure there's not sprouts growing.
Oh my gosh, no. It's good. It's good. He rubs it. It's okay. All right.
I love this man. He's so intense.
No, I don't like any of that.
He's so intense.
I don't like.
What if you have a blessing now? What if you have some fae magic on you? That's cool.
Does
I feel it on me.
Does anyone else have any sad stories they want to share?
No.
Besides,
Joe looked like
I'm
Joe's
not
eyes
sharing
just
any
closed.
more stories. I have been. No more stories, everybody.
I mean, I kind of already talked about my sad story upstairs, so not in excruciating detail, but
remember
You
that.
say you are a. Oh, sorry.
No, I want you to talk. I like
You
it
say
when
you
you
are-
people talk.
You say you are a king, yes?
Yeah, kinda.
he's a fuckboy.
I
Right,
am.
My name is.
He's king, fuckboy.
I am King Oberon. Yes, that is my official title.
Good, yeah. Then I should probably meet you.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like an ambassador from the water plane, just stopping in, saying hi.
Yeah.
Wondering if you're gonna help us with the rising illicit threat or.
Rising illicit threat. Tell me more about that.
It was like there's a lot of illithits gonna attack the material plane.
Okay, that's.
I think maybe not. Also, I don't know.
That's. What do you mean maybe not?
People are telling me no, but people are telling me yes.
Okay.
I thought unless something else happened in the last 3 years that I missed, I thought we figured out that maybe that was a hoax.
Maybe that was a hoax. That's what I said.
Oh.
Maybe not. Maybe yes.
This story has more twists and turns every second.
Yeah, because I was told by an illithid that it wasn't gonna happen. But how do you trust someone that's gonna invade?
When you rolled a 28 insight, that's how.
See, that's metagaming.
How do you trust the enemy when they say they're not your enemy?
Yes.
Because
That's
the
a
enemy
tough
of my
one.
enemy is still my enemy.
That's
Like,
a tough
what?
one.
Is that magazine?
If they aren't your enemy, who is?
I think. I don't know. Why do I want to talk to you? I just want to tell you everything.
Oh well, you don't have to.
Oh
if you
wait,
don't
yeah.
want
Can I
to.
insight? Wait, can I insight his like intentions about like just giving information from us?
Yeah, you may.
Okay. I'm hoping it's
Do I-
just for
do I
free.
know Lord Oberon?
Can I like assist by being like
You
this guy?
You know him, Moke. You were actually around.
Right, yeah.
Titania. You were around when you're old enough to be, because you're 400 something.
I'm almost 470
Yeah.
years
So,
old.
yeah, you remember when Titania returned to the Feywild. You remember when she took her queenship. Oberon has always kind of been around. Has always been a guy. He hasn't really rose to prominence recently. Until about 50 or so years ago in prime years, where he really kind of bent the knee hard for Titania and was like, yo, whatever you need, tell me what's up, I'll help. And from there, apparently a love was formed between them. He's contrary to some stories, he's not nearly the cold king the cold Fey king that people have always said about him. He is very loving. He can be cold in situations that he is deeply uncomfortable, but it's because of a betrayal of trust that mostly comes from that. And you have heard of situations where he has gotten violent, never toward Titania or anything, but he has gotten violent in cases where trust has been broken or he has been placed in uncomfortable situations. But you've always known him to be a fairly genuine man. He is very much a you don't screw me, I won't screw you type of archfey.
Okay. I don't know that they were questioning him, I guess.
Right,
so I
right.
won't
So
say
what'd you
that
get
right
on your
away, but-
insight, Joe?
Oh, I didn't roll it yet.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Uh, 17.
17. Yeah, he seems to want to just kind of open up and hear stories. He seems to enjoy hearing stories that are new and different to him. And this you get the sense that, like, the story of Kellen being kidnapped, he's sad about it, but he's sad about it in the way we are when we watch movies, kind of thing.
Yes.
You know, he's living that vicariously. He doesn't care. He's gonna get up and walk away from this and be like, all right, well, that was done.
King. Yeah.
But he does care in the sense like, this is sad and you are sad and I don't want you to be sad, that kind of thing.
He'll change his cover photo to a rainbow.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He's
very.
But as soon as July hits, it's right back to regular.
He's very superficial. Very just everything is as it is for him.
So I guess I'll say to him, well, I don't think we have long enough to tell my story. It's far too long.
That's okay. But if they're not your enemy, then who is the enemy? That's the real question you gotta ask.
He's still talking to you.
Oh, that's what I know. I was waiting.
It's okay.
I don't know, man.
Is it not
I
Krakoa?
think it's like
the gods.
I think there's a guy with a white face.
No, the pale faced man.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Oh.
That's what I know.
No, but it's man.
Okay.
You know who that is?
We should probably begin getting back to the trial.
My lord, very quickly, might we have a word, if things go well, might we have a word with Queen Titania?
I believe if things go well, she would like to have a word with you too.
Cynwrig then that works out, yes.
Yes.
Can I incite him saying no?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna also incite that because that was shady as fuck.
What was shady? What did he say?
7.
He doesn't know who the white pale faced man was. He goes,
I thought we figured out who that was.
No, I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
I also got a 7.
We were gonna arch the ball, then I can roll it. Oh fuck! I got a really high roll.
You know, you learned that the pale-faced man, also known as the King of Dreams, is something that visits people when they sleep and offers a deal, and that's really all people kind of know.
I'm gonna make an insight too, though. Actually.
I rolled a 24.
Never mind.
24.
Yeah.
Joe, you do pick up on a twinge of fear in Oberon upon hearing of the pale-faced man.
Okay.
Now, I believe...
For his immortal soul.
Parody.
Now, I believe we will be getting back to the trial here momentarily, and I need to go kiss my beloved 10 times before we begin for luck. So, I am going to do that.
10 kisses, 1,000 tears. This guy is so emotional.
So, yes.
I work in a base 10, and he stands up.
I hate that.
So exhausting.
I know. The water plane is base 7, so it's just hard for me to
It's really hard for me to like actually be nice. It's really hard. I can't tell you.
That's why we use a
And he walks out. And as he walks out, you can hear the loud murmur of the crowd once again as people are beginning to convene. Do you go out there?
Are we allowed to go out there?
Yeah, the door
I
stays
thought
open.
we were like,
the door
then...
stays open.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. You all begin walking out into the world again. Seeing the Hin have reconvened. Canarax has gotten herself a snack in the form of some webbed cocoon thing and a straw just sticking into it. The straw, of course, being her mouth. She's just sucking on it. You can hear something screaming inside still. You're not really sure.
And this is cool,
And you notice one empty seat in the crowd. So, you all kind of come
You
back.
guys seen Carl anywhere? I don't know.
Carl!
When the Archfey of Air and Darkness decides you're her snack, you just kind of accept it at that point. It just is what it is.
Your fate has been.
They had a separate trial.
They had a 50-50 raffle. 86794. Woo!
So, you all come back in and sit down at your table. And as the Hin kind of begin to reconvene, Hin Oak Shield stands up. We believe we have reached an understanding. However, while some of you have spoken, Some have spoken less than others. We are interested in hearing from everyone of Clan Treeskin. Who would like to speak first?
Wait, hon, come back.
I will, sir.
Very well. Begin. He sits.
In the short for our years, I have known Cynwrig. I can't help but echo everything that my clanmates have said. I feel that the bottom line is that Cynwrig was deceived by someone much more powerful than he was. That is not any fault of his own. A blade of grass cannot hope to stand against a strong wind. But in the time since the terrible tragedy, Cynwrig knew he was not strong enough to recover the rod alone. So he went out in search of help, and I believe that he has found all the help he needs. After all, we have sworn to him to fulfill his journey in returning the rod and bringing justice to Donovan Makeup. I feel that that is the best hope there is of accomplishing that task. Go ahead.
No, I thought you were done. You finished. Go ahead.
Even though we may not be the same race to fall under some arbitrary definition of clan, we are stronger together than we would ever be apart. And while the story of our group is short, I feel as that we will always find a way to persevere together. We balance each other out, we temper each other's impulsiveness at times, and if you wish to see justice brought, then return us, and together we will bring back the rod. And you can take up your issues against Donovan Makeup, who is really at fault.
Eloquent. Do you not believe it is a leader's responsibility when a leader is deceived?
As someone who has been deceived, I feel responsible, yes. I feel both that it is my fault, and yet it was out of my control. Just because you are in a position of power does not mean you always have the power. You are still just a being who is influenced by the very nature of things.
Titania speaks up. I only have one question. Demetrius, what is your sign?
My sign?
Your star sign, what is it?
Are the constellations...
They're the same.
Okay.
You could just, for the purposes of this, they're the same.
I am a Leo.
Interesting.
I love her separate little trial going on.
Next speaker, please.
Yeah, fuck it. Here I come. Got my booster seat ready?
You hear Canarax just.
Ah. You're full, right? You're full. You're full.
You are too small for Queen.
Oh, never been so happy to be 3'5". I actually don't think I'm 3'5". I think I'm shorter than that.
May you please speak, Master Gnome?
Yes. Cynwrig. What can I tell you about Cynwrig? Listen. If time has taught me anything, it's that the longer you're able to not only stay alive, but keep everyone else alive and accounted for when you're in my presence, just speaks volumes about your capabilities of herding the sheep, if you would. He's the biggest sheepdog I've ever had, and I've made him pretty big once, too. Very large. Grown as a person, you might say. I already did that one. I got more. Guys, wait, by the way, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Zoot Garrick, Master of the Arcane.
Oh, wait,
birthday magician coming to a household near you. I'm on hiatus at the moment as my, well, we don't need to get all there. 1,000 tears, right? Later. I've forgotten where I was.
We will skip to my questioning.
Please do. I'm quite sure I was out of bullshit anyway.
By the way, Demetrius, I need you to roll persuasion with advantage. I forgot, and Zook, you're definitely rolling with disadvantage. But well, we're gonna find out. How long exactly has you been in the presence of Cynwrig Treeskin?
I feel like it's been ages. Whew, how long has it been? And I turn around. How long?
Like a month and a half, I think.
No,
Well, you all have been together for 2 months and a winter, which is about 4.5 months.
But Zook was gone for a month. So how long was Zook in the party?
Not counting breaks in service. What did you say? What was a month and a half?
A month
plus
and a
the
half?
winter?
I don't know. I think so.
Not counting the breaks in service, every bit of
4.5.
I've known Cynwrig for 3.5 years of his life.
Technically not lying.
Zook, I'm gonna want a deception check, straight deception roll. Demetrius, what did you? It is still a deception. He is deceiving.
How do I not?
Demetrius, what did you get?
A 14.
A 14. That's fine. Thank you.
Oh,
this is what we call the lightning round. Zook, what did you get on yours?
We're looking for a trick up my sleeve at the moment because I thought I had deception. I did not.
You thinking of Seneca?
Yeah. Listen, I think it's important to note I've been on this earth for almost as long as Cynwrig.
Look,
and
I'm gonna put it this way: if they see you casting a spell, I'm giving you disadvantage. So anything that might give you advantage.
Speaking.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I've been on this earth almost as long as Cynwrig, and it has been quite a while. Albeit I don't run with the most favorable of individuals, and I very clearly may give a look to Grimold. Throughout my life, though, there's been far worse. But I'm happy to say, are you going by Moke now? Is Cynwrig taboo? Cynwrig.
No,
I'm not learning a whole nother name. There's 9 of you assholes. Cynwrig is one of the most morally sound that I've ever met. Now I'll rank my roll. Is it still is the deception for the 3.5 years?
I'm still making it a deception.
Okay.
Just in general.
17!
I'm really sorry. I need to share with you all that my neighbor's neighborhood cat, it's an outdoor cat, is currently rolling around in the middle of the street. Just wanted to share that.
Well, it's heard me. It's heard my soothing
17?
Yes.
They look at you. They don't have any further questions.
Oh, nothing about my astrological symbol or what I
Well,
ate
Titania
yesterday?
is about to get. She goes,
Oh,
okay,
shit.
that
Here
was
we go.
something. Mr. Zook Garrick, what is your sign?
Oh. Well, that would make me... I've forgotten my birthday.
That's okay. I can tell you're a Sagittarius. Moving on.
Wait, okay, I'm a Sagittarius. What does that mean?
Don't know. Moving on. Next
Grimald
person.
will step forward.
Yes. Please move us away from that moment.
I'm 138, by the way. It was a long time ago. I can't be expected to remember a single date.
We stand here because you accuse Cynwrig of treason. Yet, you all seem to fully understand that he had no ill intent, that he had no deception planned with makeup. It was a mistake, and mistakes happen, and the price was paid, and he is seeking reclaiming that honor for his clan and for you. I do not understand how this is treason by any term.
You can roll a persuasion or an intimidation, whichever you'd like.
Ooh. Oh, great. So this is the time I'm going to have an 8.
Right. No questions on follow-up for that. Titania. Grimald. Your sign?
Sagittarius.
Interesting. Moving on.
It's an earth sign. What is that?
Zook is so pissed that he's also a Sagittarius.
Listen, I might not know my birth sign, but I know that this trial is Cancer.
You just laughed exactly the same. That was really creepy.
They both thought it was equally a bad joke.
Next.
Are we doing one by one? Is that what's here? I couldn't hear.
Yes, whoever would like to speak next may speak.
What I'm saying is, Ben, are we all required to speak, or is it just those that didn't speak?
You're not required to speak, no. And in your case, I'll let you pass since your voice is going down. But for anyone else, I just mean that, like, if you don't speak, if you're like, no, I'm not going to give, like, a closing statement here, he's giving everyone an opportunity to, like, state their last piece, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, for people who didn't have a chance to speak up during the trial, I feel like is their opportunity, you know?
Okay, well, I can have a quick thing that I say, really, just to add. It's not going to be as long as those ones, because those were tight. Yeah, all I will say, I mean, I said my piece earlier, but all I will say is that the loss of a family is devastating. And I know this firsthand as well, as Cynwrig does. And the actions that we make out of loss should not be the ones that mark our entire lives. Moke has been making up for those mistakes that he made in his mourning, and Moke helped me make up for my mistakes in my mourning. So allowing him to fulfill his journey to obtain this rod, I believe, is the best way to settle this. And then I'll sit back down.
Okay, roll persuasion check.
I flourish my cloak.
Okay, roll for advantage.
Oh god, I rolled really well. I rolled the same thing twice. 19. Oh my god.
Awesome. With that flourish, you could hear, they're all just, oh, you hear Oberon, I taught her that. I taught her that. Titania's like, yes, honey, yes. Yes. Joe, your sign?
Aries.
That makes sense.
The ram.
That makes sense. Okay. Moving on. No further questions, Your Honor. Yes. Good point.
Yeah, sure. Good court. I would like to present kind of the similar thing as most of my other compatriots have said, but beyond that, I believe that if you punish this man for trusting, others and being an emissary of the Feywild, you have only chosen to punish the best of yourselves, because without trust between the worlds and between the planes, we are isolated. We cannot assist each other in worldly extraplanar events that may threaten us. And if you close yourself off and abide by your cautiousness, if as a sage, do I have any inkling what they say when they say Orcus and all that, or no? It's okay if I don't. I understand that.
You can roll a history check to find out.
Cool. Let me do that real quick.
Can I do the same? Do I know that too? Just in general.
You would know that. Yeah, roll a history check, Moke.
I got a 23.
23.
Blech.
I got a 16.
16. Yeah, you've Moke, you've heard the whole story. Once again, a story as a legend more than anything, but a story nonetheless. You were around when it was happening. The Feywild's a big place, so you weren't around it. You do remember when the courts fell. The summer and the winter courts both fell. And you remember when word spread that Canarax was the new queen of air and darkness. Apart from that, you know the story. Aldous, the elemental plane of water was tracking Orcus from the abyss and ensuring he wasn't coming to the plane of water at certain points. So when he ended up going to the Feywild, you all continued to track him until you learned that there were people taking care of it. But you've studied those records before.
Wonderful. And as pointed out by Titania here, if there were some sort of extraplanar threat, some sort of other Orcus level event, if you do not have allies, you will be alone in that fight. And perhaps we would not be here today. Right, sit down.
Okay, roll a persuasion check with advantage.
You got it, dude.
He's like, oh, hey, remember this one thing you said? Let me use that.
Uh-oh. 21. 21.
That's good.
Your sage wisdom is noted. You're not from the Prime Material. Do you know?
Aquarius.
Age of Aquarius.
All right.
Age of Aquarius.
Next.
Dirty.
Next person.
Wait, Cinna's gonna step forward.
Why do you have to ruin everything, Cynwrig? Tyler!
Okay, fine.
At the Cinna can step forward now. At the end, everyone speaks, and then they were gonna go.
I don't know.
She spells by the free sword.
Yes. At the end, I was gonna have them go. We want to hear from everyone, and so then look at Cinna.
See, I don't know that. I don't know your mind.
Well,
I can't read your mind.
Ruined it. But it's fine. Cinna steps forward, and you can see all of the Furbolg lean forward, intent to hear her. And the first person that's stepped up here that they actually seem to respect. And she's and just sits there, goes on. She's pacing back and forth. She does this with her paw a couple times. No, she is intelligent though. That's the thing. You get the sense that there is an intelligence here in her,
and she's
in
from
her
the
talking.
Feywild, so.
And she does a couple of gestures.
She stands in front of the jury, pulling out her suspenders.
she
makes a very
you
good
all
case.
you all watch Cinna step up on the hind legs and put her glasses on and pull out a book. But
Ladies
she.
and gentlemen, this is Chewbacca. She be the one to do the Chewbacca.
And she, while none of you, except for Cynwrig, I believe you can understand animals, correct, Cynwrig?
I can.
None of you except for Cynwrig understand the words she says, the case she makes. You come to an understanding that they are good. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check for her with advantage.
Rieger, cast Awaken on her.
It doesn't affect her because her intelligence is too high.
She is an intelligent creature.
Yeah. But with a +0 to intelligence, she got a 15.
Persuasion, it'd be charisma.
Oh, it does. Oh, sorry. Let me double check really quick. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh yeah, no, +0, 15. Yeah.
Okay. The hin kind of lean back and they're just, whoa. Thank you, Mother Cat. And she walks back. And she gives you a nod, Cynwrig, and just kind of goes to sit behind your chair. Titania is
Cynwrig
just
cries.
One tear.
10,000 tears.
I think her words spoke more than any sign ever could.
She's a Capricorn, by the way.
she's a Capricorn.
Oh no! Oh no! We lost the trial.
Oh, listen! If there's one place that puns would fly better than any other fucking plane, it'd be the Feywild.
They enjoy it. Okay. We still have yet to hear from the elf, the warforged, and the dragonborn.
I don't know what else to say that hasn't already been said multiple times. He's the moral center compass of our little clan here. I don't think any of us would be here without him. He is the best Furbolg. It's Furbolg, right?
Yes.
Yes. He's the best Furbolg that I know, including all of you. No offense. Can never make up for what we did in the past, but we should never stop trying. And he's been doing it as long as I've known him. Thank you for all your time, and it's a Leo. And
is there a stoicism check? Go ahead and give me a wisdom check.
Stoicism check.
If you fail, you cry.
You said wisdom?
Yeah.
He's like
that was less persuasion and more matter of fact aloofness.
Good roll.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. Very well. You notice the Hidden seem to respect the brevity, the lack of emotion. There's emotion there, but it's not like impassioned. It's just like, oh, this is what it is, and they're like, yes, good.
I like that Barris is like, can we go now? I think
Are we done here?
We are nearly finished. 2 more we would like to hear from.
I will speak. From the beginning, my life was set on a path. I traveled along that path for most of my life. Suddenly, the rug was pulled out from under me, essentially. Everything changed in a matter of months. And in that time, I met Cynwrig. He became a important mentor to me. Oh, he really pulled me back to ground zero. I think that his wisdom and his guidance. I may not be here today if it weren't for those things.
Oh, is he crying?
Yeah, Zane is crying. A little crocodile tear, if you.
I'm going to give that an automatic success. Because you're young and you've been quiet for most of the time, they can sense that if anyone has been kind of like guided by him, it'd be you. So I'm giving that an automatic success.
Cinna just like goes between your legs, just like comforting you kind of thing, like rubbing herself against you to try and pet you kind of thing.
Yeah. I bury my claws in her fur.
Finally. Oh! Wait, 1 second. I'm so sorry. Sign, dear. I need your sign.
Ah, yes. That would be Taurus.
I like it. Okay. Master Warforged?
Thank you. Beings of the Fae. We, the tribe of our beloved Cynwrig, presented the Firbolg as the best of you, as the best of us. As he is. No fabrications, no lies. We do not fabricate or deceive. To paint him as any less of the avatar of honesty and goodness would not only do him a disservice, but yourselves as well, as you'd be on the wrong side of darkness and ignorance.
I want to stop you really, really quickly.
I had a long time
you
of
may
it.
continue. However, you're breaching on closing monologue, and I need you to be aware, Grieger, you do see Canarax beginning to push herself up, and you see Grieger going no, and you see Titania is just like, oh my god, and Oberon is like nervously chewing his fingers. Just want you to be aware that this is happening right now. You may continue.
Like, so I'm doing the closing on our thing, right? Like, so this is cool on our side. Am I...
You're getting the sense that this is reminding them of the way you're presenting this and the way you're speaking is reminding them of something that they'd prefer to forget, which is theater.
Oh, okay. So, to be completely candid, I just wanted to say that he's a good person. He's a good Firbolg. We believe that there is no reason to hold him or punish him for anything that's that's water that's long under the bridge.
So Hin Treeskin is going to speak. The destruction of our clan is not water long under the bridge.
God.
Just to be clear.
No. That's not what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm just these. Shit.
Go ahead and roll.
I really thought I had a good one there.
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage.
You fucked it up.
I'm sorry I fucked it up. I needed you to be aware, because otherwise I needed to give you the opportunity to keep going or not, because otherwise I would have had Cantarax pounce on you.
8.
Okay. That's okay. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Very well.
If I had suspenders, though.
Cinna's just... So... We have heard the arguments of you all in defense of your Cynwrig. I believe we are in agreement. They look at each other. You see some of them nodding at each other. Some of them are reluctantly nodding. Some of them angry. Cynwrig Treeskin. We stand by the guilt and your admittance of the improper disposal of your bodies. You are guilty of that. And your sentencing shall be the removal of Treeskin from your name. You are no longer of that clan. You have another one. On the charge of treason, you are found not guilty, conditionally. The Hin would like to test your spirit beyond your words. To commence the final trial, you and your clan shall seek the grove of the Pine Doom, and you must gain its sap and bring it back to Hin Treeskin as a final honorable tribute.
Will Hin Treeskin accept the sap if we are to get it?
Conditionally.
On what condition?
Suppose that's the test, isn't it?
I believe I speak for us all when I say we accept this.
I don't know if we're totally in agreement upon this. And you see Oakshield just, Your Excellency, with all due respect, you have gotten what you wanted. This is a fine compromise. He will either succeed or die. We are dismissed. And he stands up. Cantarax just slams her leg on the table, and she's just and crawls up the tree, with Grieger just kind of watching her. Just okay. We can speak before you go if you'd like.
Yes.
Fucking yeah.
You can see people begin to clear out. The amphitheater begins to move as the murmur of the crowd picks up once again. People are like, some kind of like, oh, he got off easy, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much all of the Furbolg in agreement that you got off way too easy on this. As they kind of move out, you guys have the room in the tree to kind of retreat to before you go, if you'd like.
So it's just us and Cantarax?
Cantarax is up in the tree. She's gone.
Oh, okay. Titania left as well?
Titania will speak with you if you'd like. She is waiting for you in the tree.
Okay, so they're both together or they're separate areas?
Sorry, I see how my words,
Okay.
my vocabulary is confusing. Cantarax is in the canopy of the tree. Titania is inside the hollow, where you guys go to for your recess and stuff.
All of you got me here. So I seek your wisdom. Who should we speak with first?
Well, it seems like Titania is more open to talking to us than the spider in the tree. So maybe we talk to her first. That might be a more pleasant conversation. Let's do that one first.
To Titania, then.
All right, you all head up to the hollow to chat with her. Walking up the steps, you pass some of the hidden, giving you looks as you get up there, and land. And you walk into the hollow with Titania and Oberon. And he's just, oh, that was so interesting, dear. That was just, you were so great to watch. It was really just a wonderful, wonderful thing to just watch you work and watch. Oh, they're here. Hi. Dear, this is, well, you know their names, but I've been learning a little bit about their stories along the way. Zook's son was kidnapped. Really tragic stuff. Joe says that she told us as much as she wanted to in her testimony. Aldous here, he is with the elemental place. She's like, I know, dear. It's okay. It's okay. Hello. It's nice to meet you all.
Queen, I would love an audience with you privately.
As in not with your clan?
As in not with your clan.
Oh, me? And she nods and he goes, I understand.
I will bow to him as respect, just
Sure.
as Lord Oberon, but
I'm in the way. Got it.
But you have the worst powers of any Warframe, so nobody is ever going to pick you ever. Specifically over Titania.
He walks out.
No, why do you make these references? God damn it.
Deep cuts, baby. Deep cuts.
I mean, you know what my name is a reference to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He walks out, and you all are left with Titania alone.
I'm gonna bow to her.
That is unnecessary. Please stand.
I understand, but it is a matter of my own respect for you. Why? I have no better question than that. Why me? Why this trial? Why this clan?
Because you lost the dowsing rod, and you must find it now. The Furbolg were content with calling it a loss and writing it off, as long as they saw you punished. The Hin care more about their laws than my plane.
Hey, do you have any sap on you from like a tree?
I'm not going to cheat. Last thing I'd ever want.
How is that cheated? They said to go get it. I win. I'm gonna get it right now.
And even if I don't. First of all, a Pine Doom's tree sap is a very closely guarded treasure of the creature.
Yes, I am aware of the Pine Doom. They are a guarded people, living within the Sinfonial Wood. Generally speaking, looking to Titania for.
There is one, at least one in this wood that I know of. Yes.
But they take their people very seriously, more so than my own.
Their it is worth saying their people are trees.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I assume that is noted, but for those that do not consider that, yes, the trees are people. In that sense, they are very guarded. Any potential threat to their kind will be met with offensive. Yes? Diplomacy will be our best in. Yes? Aldous or Varys, who is not there. Aldous, yes?
He's got to pee.
It happens, yes. Don't pee on the Pine Doom, though. That is...
You'll get murdered by a crazy Swedish cult.
My lady Titania, though. I respect your interest in me. And I hope you understand that I was looking to fulfill my oath's debt to you, regardless.
Sorry?
My people made a debt to you a long time ago to protect the Feywild.
Yes.
I was only seeking to protect that oath.
I know that. I was not the one who put out the hunt on you. It was the Furbolg who wanted you. As soon as I heard about your situation, I tried to find you to give you a leg up. But the Furbolg found you first.
Do not write them off, however. The Hin have a long way to go. I have learned much in my time on the material plane. But there is something... While not everything is right with them, they have some things right. You understand?
The Furbolg and the Sinfos tribe are very important to the Sinfernal Wood and the Feywild. They are not going to be in trouble for bucking against my will. I respect it. There are very few creatures on this plane that would look me in the eye and say, "You got what you wanted. This is a compromise." So, we're okay.
Thank you. And thank you for your guidance in this trial.
Of course.
I'm sorry I did the handstand. I thought it was creative.
That was very creative. Also very embarrassing. That was.
I see that now. Yes.
I have a question for you. Your Titania-ness, I don't know the procedure here. I apologize.
Titania is fine.
Okay, Titania. Pretty name. I like it. So when we were talking to your Mr. Oberon, Sir, Man, Lord, he got a little weird. He got like sketchy when we mentioned the pale-faced man, and he seemed a little afraid. Do you know anything about this? He's like the keeper of dreams or something. We've had a run-in with some not so great results involving him, and we don't have much information.
Yes, Queen Titania, I have not been with my people in 3 years or so. Obviously, you can understand. I am as confused as you are. Maybe you can look within them and see whatever guidance you may give.
Roll persuasion with advantage, Joe.
Oh, my persuasion checks today are off the chain. 18. I rolled a 17.
You're sure you're sure it was a pale-faced man, the King of Dreams?
Well, does somebody have the journal? Kingsford's journal?
Oh, no, not that. No, I have not been there.
You guys, I mean, yes, you guys are sure. It's fine. You don't need to second guess it. She's just asking.
No, I was just going. I was trying to use like a cool item that we could literally show her. As proof.
I don't think you guys ever took it. I think you left it.
Oh, okay. Then that was me misremembering that detail. Yes, there was a man. He's human, right? Kingsford's human.
Yeah, you guys did take the dream book. You took the book. Demetrius has that.
Oh, okay. So we read in this journal of this man who is a mayor of a town and whatever. He's a very powerful guard. Kingsford Songsword, maybe you know of him. He had a dream from a pale-faced man who visited him, came to his door, and then all of a sudden we ran into him again, and there was like quarry. And when we asked him about it, or somebody read his mind or something, he said the pale-faced man gave him access to the quarry. I don't know if any of that makes sense. I'm a little confused about it myself. I said a lot of words, but I don't understand.
Providence is upon us today, friends. Clearly, this is about more than just a trial. For not since Morpheus has the summer and winter courts come together again.
Do I recognize that name?
Roll a history check.
I
I believe it's a 13 plus 0, so 13. Yes,
You've
13.
heard it before, but she begins to confirm as she speaks. Morpheus was a special archfey thousands of years ago. As the summer and the winter courts were formed, we did not speak to each other in the way that Canarax and I do now. There was a lot of hostility between myself and the former queen. Great, great hostility. And so we needed a mediator. One of neither summer or winter, good or evil. One that walked between. One of dream. And that was the archfey Morpheus. Morpheus was effective, very persuasive, strong, intelligent, and had a way of calming the Queen of Air and Darkness and myself. He walked the line between us for very long and oversaw his own domain along the way as a reward for his work. Until the gods took his son. There was a man, his name is a king named Orpheus, gone to the material plane. And one day Orpheus lost his wife. Orpheus was in so much pain and anger. He called out to the gods, and one answered. One answered and gave him a chance to get her back. So long as he entered the plane of the dead, retrieved her, and walked out without turning back, he may have her soul. But as Orpheus exited the plane, he turned back to check on his beloved, and she had not left yet. And she was pulled back in. The loss of her drove him insane, and eventually led to his death. And Morpheus blamed the gods, and brought war to the Archfey, to the Feywild. He challenged this young Raven Queen, this new god trying to earn her own place in the Pantheon through legend and puzzles and games, not knowing who she challenged. And Morpheus put us all in danger. We had no choice but to banish him. As the Queen of Air and Darkness and myself, the Winter Court and the Summer Court came together for the very first time and removed him from the Feywild. I don't know what happened to him after that, but I do know he does stalk the material plane as this king of dreams. You're dealing with a very dangerous entity, and one that is filled with great anger. So you all need to be very careful.
Ah, so this is like a... he just wants like chaos and destruction. With, yeah, wow. Yeah.
He wants... No.
Well, I mean, he wants his wife, but he can't have her back.
No, no.
He wants his son. What happened to his son?
His son eventually died, driven to madness from the loss of his wife. I'm not familiar as much with his tale. But I know that he died because Morpheus promised that he would kill every creation of the gods, since they killed his.
Grimald's like, yo, this dude tight. Okay, so... Ooh.
So he still has the power to visit people then in their dreams, it seems like, even though he was banished.
He was banished from the Feywild. He was not stripped of power. It is not within our capabilities to make an Archfey no longer an Archfey. He is still what he is.
Who could do that?
An Archfey is an Archfey. Apart from killing him, which is incredibly difficult, and not what we wanted. You must understand, Morpheus was a friend. In pain, we didn't blame him entirely for what he wanted, but he put us in danger. We can't war with the gods. That's not what this place is for. So we banished him rather than kill him. He can war elsewhere, we thought.
I have two things really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have all my stuff?
It is being returned to you now, so...
Okay, so
they went to get it. They went to get it.
Okay, then a couple things. I'm going to start carving into some pieces of gold.
Okay.
But also, Demetrius, do you know of this Orpheus, this king of dreams?
Morpheus. It's important to.
Morpheus,
it's an important
not
distinction.
Orpheus.
Morpheus is the Archfey of Dreams. Orpheus, without the M, is his son.
Sorry. Do you know this Morpheus or this Orpheus?
I doubt it. I rolled a 9.
Stories here and there. Many lost to time. You've heard more about the tale of Orpheus and the Raven Queen than anything else. That I will give you because you were raised with the Raven Queen, and that is a story of... That was the story of when she stopped bargaining with life and death. Apparently, it was the one time she kind of tried it. The one time she tried to kind of not let fate do its own thing. And this wasn't like this story as not a story about the evil Raven Queen. It's the story about the foolish Orpheus. She had a job. She had just ascended. She was new to this pantheon, and she was doing what gods should do, she thought, which was offering opportunities to mortals in great pain. And so she made the bargain. Go get her, but you can't look back. And Orpheus didn't follow instructions. And from there, she promised she would never, ever offer that bargain again. She would never allow someone to redo what fate has already demanded be done. Life is life, death is death. Resurrection is resurrection when possible. But to walk into the plane of death and change things like that, she would never allow again. And it's a story of her learning, and it's a story of Orpheus's tragedy.
So, I just want to make sure that I'm not confusing any of the characters in this little saga that we just learned. Morpheus was the mediator between the Archfays that could walk in dreams, is what you're kind of saying?
Yeah, he was the Archfey of Dream. He was the domain. His domain was Dream, and he is an Archfey.
So is he the pale-faced man, or is King Orpheus?
She seems to believe that Orpheus is dead at this point. Morpheus is his son is dead. Morpheus is still out there somewhere, as far as she knows.
Okay. Okay, so that was more Orpheus and the
Mhm.
Raven Queen kind of taking it up. Okay, right. So, okay. Then that was my main question was who was
Okay.
still out there. Cool. I think I've got it. I think I've got that.
Moke, did you have something?
Yeah, sorry. Hearing that specifically, does that ring any bells in my head of Morpheus or any other archfey like that?
You rolled a history check. That is the story. As she told it, it's kind of started coming back to you, and that's the story you know as well. You were not around for that. That's thousands of years ago.
Okay.
So I think past the rest of this trial, our next path still leads towards the Raven Queen. Yes. She seems to have many questions or answers for us.
Are you speaking to me or them?
In general, do you have information on this?
We do not speak to gods here. Like I said, we stay out of it. The gods are not welcome here, and we stay out of their business there.
What if they can help us with whatever you need?
I don't need much. I'm okay. But thank you. I need you to get the dowsing rod and bring it back. That's what I need, more than anything else.
Oh yeah. Aldous, did you want to ask about? No, or I can.
Yes, sure, that is fine.
Oh, yeah.
So I just wanted to bring up a sort of concern we're all having, or well, we are having in the material plane here, that I'm not sure if you are aware of. There is a man who is good friends with Donovan Makeup. He calls himself a king, a red king. He is going around retrieving rods from different planes in order to travel to said planes and conquer them. He has taken the dowsing rod from here. Well, Donovan has, and possibly has given it to the Red King. And he attempted to take the stone rod from the water plane, which also helps to create portals in and out. Just as a fair warning, you may encounter this man and this king, and I warn you, he is very powerful, possibly driven by such gods as well. So
I appreciate that. We shall begin putting out information and warnings and telling the Furbolg and anyone else who's charged to defend. And it also makes the regaining of the dowsing rod that much more important.
which is why this whole sap thing is kind of like a waste of time.
Oh, no. It is not. It is the verdict of the trial.
Oh God, you're so lawful.
I respect your traditions, Cynwrig, and I will.
It is not my tradition even. It is the tradition of the Feywild. Right?
If I could skip it, I would. But I've intruded upon the Furbolg enough as it is. They've delivered a not guilty verdict with a fairly easy task. It could have been much harder.
I understand. Thank you very much, Queen. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. As again, someone else who also is attempting to protect and watch over the material plane and his own. I believe it is our duty to watch out for these things and for each other.
Queen,
Go ahead.
It's a different issue. Go ahead.
I just said I agree.
Oh, also, Queen Titania, when we retrieve the dowsing rod and bring it back, what happens to the Sinfos tribe, to the Treeskin clan, to the Feywild in general?
I assume with this chapter closed, the Hin will begin rebuilding the Treeskins. They are an important part of the clan, of the tribe, of the clan, and they need to be rebuilt. You will not be a part of it, as you are no longer Treeskin. But the Sinfos tribe will continue to do their job as such, and hopefully, do it a little better.
Any advice on where to find a pine doom?
Yes, I know of one.
Oh.
Going to walk up this tree, and it is just about day's walk. Day's walk. Like a day's walk. I'm going to try and make it a day's walk. And she snaps her finger. She goes, that's doing my best. I'm really helping you. Day's walk. Don't dilly-dally.
Day's walk. Am I supposed to repeat it? Day's walk.
If that helps you walk faster.
I am the fastest here. What are you talking about?
I don't know you. I don't know you. Jeez, you act like I know all of you. We're all so familiar.
Joe starts running around in circles in this small little room.
I have no idea who you people are, though you do faintly remind me of others I once knew. But that's beside the point.
They probably weren't nearly as annoying as we are.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I knew of a certain
Gur screams in the
halfling
distance.
barbarian.
But that group had 2 guards, so we could persuade our way in.
We have 2 sorcerers now. Look out, bitches!
Will
I mean, a
you-
sorcerer and a cleric.
You can fireball and yeet things all day.
Will you all, I assume yes, but I must ask. You will all accompany me on this, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
What if I said no?
Then that is fine as well.
I'm not gonna
just-
say no. I die when I'm not by you guys.
I guess we
You're-
should probably start walking, right? Listening to the queen.
Did we have any other questions for her? Because she's like a really powerful creature that might have more knowledge than we do.
Because she's powerful doesn't mean she's omniscient.
That is true. I don't know where... like I said, I don't know where Morpheus is now. I don't know what he's up to. I just know what
Oh,
happened.
no. That's
And
fine.
I don't know anything about this Red King. Yeah, that's about it.
What do you know about Oberon?
Isn't he great? He's really
Well,
nice.
I've only known him to be around for around 50 years or so. That is not very long.
He's always been around. He just hasn't been around me.
Oh.
That's why you know his name now. He's in my circle. He's nice. He's good. He's good to me. We're married. We got married a while ago. He is a little, but sometimes, I just tell him to go run it off, and he runs it off. It's all right.
Oh wait, I do the same thing.
Yeah, beware your counsel around him. Maybe?
Why?
I don't know. He's new. If we are aware that this Morpheus might be a potential danger, and all of a sudden, within the last, 50 years, that's no time, this Oberon pops up, maybe it is something to be aware of.
Oh, I appreciate that. I really do. That's very, very cute. No, he's fine. He really is. I don't trust easily. So the fact that he and I are good, should say enough. I was raised the second time, to be very distrusting. Yeah, that's kind of how I was taught. So, I mean, Grieger out there, you met Grieger? He kind of helped raise me, so...
I'm so sorry.
Well, he taught me how to drink from a spider cocoon, so that was cool. Oh, it's good, it's good, you should try it.
Maybe we could ask about Dar Ariel. Are you aware of Dar Ariel?
Oh, yes. Yes, that's a good place. We've danced under the pale moonlight many, many times there.
Oh, well, what else could we find there? We
Did you say pale? Did you say pale?
Oh.
Other things can be pale. It's fine.
We encountered a William Songsword there, with a god cord. What other items may we find?
Well, I had no idea William was there, so... that should tell you enough. I haven't been there in quite some time. I believe something called Quarry created it. But they created it based on the spot the land is on. A bunch of ley lines intersecting with each other, like dozens of them all intersecting on that one point, so it's a mega powerful place. you're going to probably find things that have been enchanted there that are probably a bit too powerful for normal people, such as this god chord. It sounds powerful based on the words alone.
We obviously found that. So that's no problem, but-
Right, I know. I'm saying that you're probably going to find more like that.
My queen, then, would... Sorry, this just came to me. If the ley lines are connected to this place, would not finding the dowsing rod help us navigate it?
As far as I know, the dowsing rod is solely connected to the Fey crossings, not material plane ley lines.
Just thought I'd check.
No, but good try. If there's a crossing in there, it'll certainly tell you.
When the teacher tells you, nice try, but that's...
That's not how my world
You
works.
brought it up, I thought I'd check. I don't know.
Okay, one day's walk. One day's walk.
One day's walk. Be very respectful and very kind to the Pine Doom. He's a good friend.
I will not be speaking.
Okay,
Thank
that's
you,
for the
my
best.
queen.
They are easily offended, so just heads up on that.
Yes, they take every offense as a dreadful offense.
So maybe me and Grimold should not be talking.
I can speak
So-
with them. Pretty well.
Yeah, you could, and maybe Aldous, since he is like an ambassador.
All this
Did I
very...
say that the
yes.
right way? Ambassador.
So- You all walk out of the hollow.
Ambassadores, ambassadamos.
You all walk out of the hollow, past Oberon, who's just like, "Oh, you guys are leaving? Hey, it was great meeting every single one of you. Grimold, Varus, Demetrius, Zook, Garrick, Cynwrig, whatever the new one's gonna be, Dozer, Zane, Joe, Aldous.
I do a flourish.
Cinna. Great meeting all of you. It's fantastic. Come back and visit again. Oh, we should get dinner. You guys want to get dinner sometime? I want to hear more of your stories.
I'm sorry, I
There are
don't
some-
eat. I don't
There are
actually
some
eat.
good places in
He's
the
a robot.
Feywild, though.
I'm a
Like,
robot.
actually.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you want to eat?
Yeah, I mean that'd be great. I love to eat. I've never tried it before, so.
Okay.
I like that nobody's ever asked him if he wants.
All right.
Yeah, he's gonna give you the ability.
He
to
walks
eat.
up and he places his hand on your stomach. Are you sure?
Sure, I don't know. That'd be great.
Because
Yeah, I'd
like,
love to start eating.
you get to eat, but you're
Yeah,
gonna
that'd be great.
have to eat.
I have to eat. Yeah, for sure.
Great.
I don't think he knows what he's signing up for.
He was always so worried about whether or not he could that he never asked.
He places his hand on your stomach, and you feel just suddenly a gurgle as you realize you are starving. As you are metal, you are entirely metal, but you now have a stomach. You have a stomach.
And no mouth.
Work?
Yeah, you must
There's an
scream.
esophagus to the mouth. You have a whole digestive system added within your metal works. You are
The robot
officially
can poop!
cyborg.
Wait, is his taint transparent?
And with
No!
that,
All right. And as Oberon hands this to him, and you now have a stomach, and you're growling, and you feel
Ugh.
this weird.
oh, you just see blood coming out of the gaps in my armor. Just, oh god, this
Those
is a
are
terrible
you
idea.
hungry?
Don't.
Oh, why don't you-
Starving.
Why don't you go
I
give him a
have
spider
the best
cocoon?
food for you, actually, and
This
I
was a
cast
terrible
goodberry.
idea.
This is the best thing you could eat. And I give
I
you a
need
goodberry.
you to not worry about the logistics, like circulatory system, and
It's fine.
this
you're
is
gonna love it.
magic. You have a stomach now.
And
Deal with it.
You're gonna eat all the things tonight, and then in the morning you're making
The
waffles.
DM asks you if you're sure. Deal with it.
For these wonderful things, they're called tacos. They're so good. We
No,
have
no,
to
no.
have this
What's-
Friday.
don't worry about
What is
tacos.
what's a daco?
Eat this goodberry. That's all you need.
It is
okay.
also worth noting you are no longer immune to diseases that affect the stomach.
come on.
That affect the stomach.
Oh my
That affect the stomach. And
oh, can't have a
you-
little bit of flavor.
you are no longer resistant to edible poisons.
Well, no, you can have flavor, but now everything kind of tastes spicy, even when it's not spicy.
So anything that involves ingestion, you are no longer immune
Not
from
that he
at
was
this point.
ingesting things on the regular anyways.
But you bet your ass he is now. And moving on, as you all bid Oberon farewell, as you can hear him excitedly telling Titania, "I just gave that Warforged a stomach." And she's like, "Oh my god."
Wait! As
What?
He goes off into the distance.
Do you want to stop? Do you want to wait? Do you want to?
No, I'm saying like no. I'm just dramatic.
Okay.
You know, like because
Yeah.
I don't want the stomach anymore.
You can ask him to maybe take it away.
No, I'm good. Let's live with this. I
Okay.
love
How's
it.
the good berry taste?
Oh, it's the best thing I've ever tasted in my entire life.
Exactly. You don't need anything else.
He gave you a digestive system.
It's amazing.
And as Oberon, you can hear Titania go, "What did I tell you about giving Warforged stomachs?" You all walk away. You all walk away and toward the Pine Dooms Grove. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. So,
Hey.
Yay.
we will be getting to the Pine Dooms Grove next session and see where we go from there. A lot of cool stuff we talked about today. I gotta pee so bad, so we're just gonna fucking
Well, how
end
do you
it.
think Dozer feels?
Stay safe, stay healthy, and don't forget, Sundays are for D&D. Good night.
Woo!
Woo!